Question though, which one? Who was at the club this weekend? Who was at the Nelly Luda party, fam?
I think I was there. We was there.
You think you was there?
You think you was there?
You think you was there?
It kept cutting in and out. It may have just been a Luda concert, so we thought we was at the Luda Nelly thing. We tried to pull up though. It was nice.
What?
So did you see it or no? Because we
watched it. We tried to watch it. You know, we tried to listen to it. We heard Luda a lot. I mean, Nelly kept disappearing, blaming the rain. All right, listen, bro. You got too much money. We blaming the damn rain. It's raining here.
It was raining. You can't control the weather, fam.
It was raining here. We can still watch.
It wasn't raining like it was raining there, fam. It's a whole different part of the country.
We caught their rain. It wasn't that bad.
It was raining dirty.
And they said Murphy Lee was on the roof with the antennas trying to fix it. Nelly was in the
basement. Dog, the memes was going ham on him, bro.
Nelly Riley, fam.
Wait, how Teddy gonna come in there talking shit?
Did he really?
Yes. Come in like, I'm gonna lose this shit. Like, come on, bro. What?
Nah, fam.
That's funny.
Nelly disappointed me. He did not play the right songs. He should have won that battle. It was closer than a lot of people was going to give Nelly credit for. Mm-hmm. Everything that I was seeing online was like how Luda was going to watch Nelly. And I was like, y'all trip. Y'all hold on a little bit. Nelly got some heat. Nelly got drunk, though.
Nelly was drunk as fuck.
Nelly was playing songs and dancing. And he was like, I'm happy for him that he had a good time. But I'm upset he didn't play Batter Up or Number One or Lovin' Me.
Or
Midwest Swing. Like over and over. Like he's gonna play a country song, fam. Play the one with Tim McGraw. Don't play.
You played my song though.
That was fun.
And that's why he lost that round.
Just a dream.
That's why he lost that round. That's exactly.
I was like, hey, this is. That's why I text y'all like, this is the shit I was talking about. Tried to tell y'all. Y'all was like, what song is that? Listen, it was a banger.
We were still asking what song is that when it came on.
Exactly. When it came, like, what is this?
Eric, did you pull up? I know you said you was excited for the concert.
No, honestly, I forgot, and then I was out running errands, so no, it didn't happen.
Dang.
You weren't in the house?
No.
That's social distancing. No.
I was at the hardware store, so like they make everybody wear a mask. So yeah. I was like,
you good.
As I you can be.
Y'all ready to start the show? 150, 3 years in it?
150.
3 of them.
150. Your favorite number.
This must be my goal. You get it, baby. Go ahead and give me that shit.
Dude's editing a bell for the actual podcast.
No, we don't need that.
Yeah, you need one before we actually start the show.
You need 3 of them just get so principle. Okay.
Fuck you, dog.
Anyway. All right, let's start the show, though. Welcome to episode 150, the special 3-year celebration of Technical Foul, the sports podcast you never knew you needed.
And it's your boy, TIMKINZ, the number 3, a.k.a. Ass Ketchum, a.k.a. Mr. Give It To Me. Got to deal with it. I just fucked up neighbors.
What?
Why are you so aggressive right now?
Exactly.
To see y'all faces.
I am the Eric J.
Only known as
the Eric J.
And I'm Camille, point guard of the crew, the real life Tifa Lockhart, the girl next door. You know, holding it down for all the women who love sports.
And it's your boy, K. Harris, the gentleman.
The gentleman.
The everyday gentleman.
24/7.
But better known as K. Diddy.
Take that.
Les Jabron at home.
Oh, we brought a bite. Hey, tell your background. Anyways. You can find it.
Right, my house be talking, but Ken outside be talking.
Ken outside going ham, bro. The birds, the dogs,
man. Chickens, cats, ducks.
Right. Everybody gonna tell Chair later on.
Hey, bro, chill out, bro.
Anyways, you can find us at www.technicalfile.com. Don't forget to put the K on that motherfucker. That dude on my screen, he right there. But also, you can find us at Twitter and Instagram at Technical File. Also, you can find us on Facebook, Technical File Podcast, which is our group, and Technical File Pod Overtime, which is our Facebook group that you can join with the fans, fam, and listeners. Struggle, but I'm good.
You struggled through that whole thing.
It's a struggle. I had to dance through it.
I'm not even gonna say that because I don't want to struggle through mine. But, hey, like I say every week, man, if you guys enjoy being a part of this amazing Technical File fam, share with everybody you know, man. Your mama, your daddy, your uncle, your granddaddy, everybody you know, share, man. We don't grow without y'all. 3 years in, we're trying to continue to grow the fam. You know, if you guys enjoy it, man, share with everybody, man. We love y'all. Thank y'all for all the support, and let's keep doing this thing.
For sure.
We got a Tech File challenge this week. Tim, you definitely won ours last week.
Yeah.
I know it's not even a challenge like between us, but you won it, fam.
If Neo and T.I. had a baby.
Because he was my favorite rapper at the time, too.
That makes perfect sense. You were literally trying to be T.I. and Neo at the exact same time.
Like, real talk.
Like,
that's funny. I was looking at the picture. I was like, "Oh no, no!"
He wanted me because that picture would have got deleted a long time ago.
He got
a long time ago. It should have been.
Ken, you got a challenge this week?
Let me see. Challenge this week. I don't know, Eric. You got one? Because you be having one. I don't have.
No, I don't.
You know what? I got one.
Right,
Check out challenge. Screenshots, listen to the show, add us, and just tell us what you like about the show. Tell us what you appreciate about us. It was 3 years, gassed up a little bit.
I did just think about one. Okay. If you are in the live stream right now, take a picture.
Oh, yeah.
Like, take a screenshot. Just show us that you're here, that you're listening, that you're...
Wait. We gotta do the 5-second pose like we had Christian. You gotta prepare.
We gotta hit it with something fast.
If they're gonna take a picture of the live, they have a screenshot. We gotta give them the screenshot. All right. So we're gonna do 5 poses. We're gonna do 5 random poses. All right.
For the benefit of those with flash photography, Jesus Christ!
Right.
Come on, get it out there.
5, 4, 3.
Are you counting down? Or are you?
I'm counting down. I'm counting down. You hear the numbers going down, don't you?
Hey, you can start counting down.
Yeah, man. I was like, what's going on?
That's my countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bang on them. Bang on them. Bang on them. Bang on them. Bang on them.
And if you listen back to the podcast right now, my challenge still applies to add a screenshot of the show. Let us know what you appreciate about us. And if you got pictures from that we just did, I want to see those because I feel like Eric was wilding out. I don't know if anybody. I thought I saw fangs for a second. I didn't know what was happening.
Oh, you got a grill?
Nope, just my teeth.
Oh, for sure.
You got pearly whites, fam. Hey, Donovan in the comments, he said, "Tell Ken take his hat off. Let us see the struggle."
No, bro. Hey, next week, bro. I'm getting my hair done this weekend, bro. You'll see it then.
Take it off.
Getting whipped and dipped.
Yeah, I'm getting whipped and dipped.
Oh, still.
I know. Tim, you know what Tim want.
Shout out to everybody in the comments saluting us. Hey, mama. My mama in here. Hey, mama. Shout out to
Greg.
Greg. Shout out to Ray. First podcast today. Well, welcome, sir. Welcome.
Yes, I'm drinking wine.
Well, the mayor's in here. Sierra in here. What up, y'all? All right.
But in a roundabout way, let's get back to it. Wherever you find podcasts, you can find us. That includes Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Spotify,
Okay.
iHeartRadio.
Oh, we got a good one today. We got a good one.
Hey, on what?
Man,
got excited. Almost
that sounds like the last heartbeats.
The what?
Like the heart just petering out. Himalaya.
Like a player.
Wooshka. And wherever you are listening or watching this podcast right now, while there, make sure that you like, subscribe, rate, and review. 5 stars or better. It helps us and we appreciate it.
Thank you.
For sure. Shout out to everybody who purchased a t-shirt, by the way. Today is the last day. So if you're listening, or if you're in the live right now, today is the last day. Last chance to buy a t-shirt. All right.
Last
round.
You got like 5 hours.
The last day
back
for the t-shirt.
Your time. If you're listening back, the time is over. You had your shot.
Yes,
it's gone. That shirt is not being produced no more. It's gone. You missed your chance.
But if you're on the live, the link is on our page. Any of our pages. So
we'll eventually drop it into the chat too at some point. We gonna push these shirts, nigga. It's 3 years pushing these shirts.
Y'all gonna buy a shirt? Yeah, you buy a shirt, motherfucker.
Donovan said, "We got you, Donovan."
See, Donovan, see, that's why we put the link in the comments. See, you know what I'm saying? I got another shirt.
We got
another shirt, fam. Okay. Shout out though to the top listening cities of the past week. Number 1, with a bullet, y'all came back strong again. Shout out to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the hometown. Number 2, we had Grand Paris. That's how I wanted to say it. I'm so excited. That ain't even it. We'll be back
next week.
That ain't even it, fam. It's Grand Prairie in Texas, fam.
Oh.
Yeah,
he was excited.
I literally said right after. That's not how you say it, but that's how I wanted to say it. So, shout out to Texas. It's a lot of Texas in here this week. Like Texas, Texas is running it this week.
Appreciate you, Texas.
Number 3, we got Oakland, California.
Oaktown.
Shout out. Number 4, we got Stoughton, Wisconsin. Y'all back again. Appreciate y'all.
Stoughton.
Welcome back, Stoughton. Number 5, we got Fresno, Texas.
Fresno.
Number 6, we got Houston, Texas.
H-Town always show love.
Number 7, we got Frisco, Texas.
Okay.
Number 8, we got St. Paul, Minnesota.
They still get cold in Minnesota, though. You don't get the song.
Number 9, we got Minneapolis, Minnesota.
It get cold in Minnesota. Hey.
And number 10, we got Dallas, Texas. Shout out to our international listeners in Canada, the UK, and in Spain.
Shout out. Now, let's talk about what we got to talk about this week, y'all. Let's get into the topics of the week. So,
oh damn,
my fault. I just wanted to say because we was on the live.
I got my headphones for the dramatic.
And also, I don't think Ken got the doc pulled up, so he ain't even gonna see the cues. So it's gonna be all freestyle.
Well, I do. I'm looking at it right now.
Are you looking? Oh, that's you looking at it right now?
Yes.
Look at you, found your way back into the doc.
Trying to put me out. Hey, as soon as we get live, everybody can see it. Now you want to put me out like I'll be doing shit. Look, nigga, I'm in the doc. You know you can't see it. I'm in it, motherfucker.
Oh man. Anyways, Tech File Cinema. Go ahead, y'all. Tell the people if they're new here what that's all about.
In a world
where we're all quarantined.
See, you're right, Camille.
What?
Damn, dog. We tried to give you a penny. Because I wrote like a whole little script in there. But it's all right. It's cool. We're going to roll with it.
I'm looking up. Oh, see. Where?
Yeah, it's a whole... Nope, keep going. Just off the hip.
Let's go.
Hey, you can't do that when I'm drinking water, fam.
I hit the rewind. Let's start it over.
I do not see that shit.
It's in the world.
You know what? And Ken don't
words on screens. The adventure begins when you start reading.
Anyways, in a world where there's a coronavirus and sports are canceled, but Tech File still needs to talk about, we give you Tech Top. Damn,
bro.
Hey, you gotta
Tech File Cinema.
That's a down.
Yeah, whatever.
Hey, y'all know what it is by now, goddammit. Y'all been listening.
So we each put up a movie for the fans and listeners and everyone to vote on. This week, the selections were Coach Carter, which one? Great White Hype, The Longest Yard, the new version, not the old one, and Varsity Blues. So, according to IMDb, this is how they describe Coach Carter. Controversy surrounds high school basketball coach Ken Carter after he benches his entire team for breaking their academic contract with him. That's all they say. Can someone else give us a more accurate summary of what Coach Carter is about?
This is based on a true story, right?
Yep.
Loosely, but yeah.
A loosely true story. So pretty much, he came out to Richmond, and he decided to start coaching these kids who he decided to make a better life for. A lot of them didn't give a fuck about him in the first place, so they was trying to fight him and all that crazy crap. He had to hem one up, grab him by his afro, throw him against the wall. You know, he had to show him who the boss was.
Grab him by his afro.
He did. He grabbed him by the curly fro, threw him against the wall. Like, man, don't break his face. But he had to put some structure in their lives and shit. And yeah, it was played by Samuel L. Jackson, so it wasn't that many motherfuckers in there like I thought it would be.
It wasn't. Not from Sam.
No, I was surprised. It was PG-13 or 14 too. So I was like,
Pretty sure it was 13. I think only TV shows are 14.
Yeah, PG-13. Yeah. So I'm surprised there wasn't a couple more motherfuckers in there. But
I mean, it was.
You can only say it once.
Listen.
Otherwise, you don't have a PG-13 rate no more. Oh, like Tech 5 wouldn't be PG-13 after like 2 minutes.
Oh, fuck
like it was like 2 weeks in, and we already had an explicit rating on iTunes.
Facts. There's all kinds of tips.
Because I showed work. And she's like, "Oh, it's explicit." I'm like, "Is it?"
Oops, I didn't know. Oops. We dropped that ESPN thing pretty quick.
That's probably my fault.
It definitely was.
Now, all of y'all have seen this movie before, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. When was the last time that you saw it?
Ooh.
What year did it come out?
It came out in 2005.
Yeah, probably like 2006.
I think I last watched it probably in undergrad.
Yeah.
I watched more movies when I was in undergrad than I do like now. Like I don't rewatch old movies just to watch them as often as I used to. You know, not as much time.
I'll probably say once in the last decade at some point.
Yeah.
It was still surprisingly
Ken didn't answer yet.
Yeah, Ken didn't answer. When's the last time?
Oh, he said start talking. Probably I want to say a few years ago.
Okay.
A few years ago I saw it again.
So movie kicks off, you see this basketball game being played, you see the next LeBron James come through. They ask him what it feels like to be the next LeBron, and this nigga actually just said, "LeBron James? Who? Like, nigga, like what? Like, I know it's 2005, but still, like, geez, sir, like, have some respect. I know it's a movie, but geez, like,
have some respect.
Have some respect, some decency here."
He was still coming up in 2000. I mean, he was already cold, but yeah,
he was cold immediately. Rich, what? That's what Elliot put in the comments.
Right.
Ain't anyone gonna answer? Y'all just gonna let the rich what just stay out there?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to leave that hanging, bro.
I'm the only Ty Crane. Shout out to Troy for dropping the rest of the comment. I just couldn't believe that nigga. I'm like, come on, fam. Like,
although I get it. Like, if somebody says, "How does it feel to be the next such and such?" Like, I'm not. I'm the first me.
You didn't have to say who to LeBron James. Like, nigga, you know who LeBron James is. Everyone knows who LeBron James is. 1,000, fam. Like, come on.
Who?
Yeah. I mean, but shit, he's trying to flex on him a little bit. He's trying to get his shit off.
I ain't trying to hear all that, fam. Samuel L. Jackson was like trying to be the most upstanding gentleman throughout the movie. I haven't seen him in a role like this in a long time. Like,
in that role, in that capacity.
Yeah, man. Like, I've been watching him in Django and
we don't say that word.
Yeah, like he talked about Coach Carter. We don't say the N-word. I'm like, I just watched you in Django. A lot in Django.
You said it several times,
bro.
Like, I heard you, fam. I heard you.
Like, the thing about high school movies that get me now, like as an adult, is like all the actors are grown as hell.
Yeah, but they be looking like kids.
Yeah, like all of them are in like their mid-20s, late 20s, playing. Yeah. What the dude from 1-on-1 was playing a freshman. Like,
freshman. I forgot Channing Tatum was in this mud.
I thought he was so fine when this movie came out. I was like, oh my God, Channing Tatum.
I forgot. I was like, damn, that's a diverse motherfucker right there. We want to talk about motherfuckers.
Is it much range?
I mean, he
that basketball player could have definitely been Magic Mike.
Magic Mike. He was in fucking Dear John. He was the. Have you ever seen Dear John? That was a good fucking movie.
I read the book.
He was in. I forgot. Was it Salt? Not Salt. The other movie where he was beating up the chick in the restaurant and shit. Like, the motherfucker got a lot of movies, a lot of range, a lot of diversity in his portfolio.
Now, the movies might have range, but his character tends to be...
He played the same.
He played Channing Tatum in every movie.
Exactly. That's
just doing different stuff, fam. Just doing different stuff.
Also, one thing I know is, like, I don't think anybody on that team could, like, hoop. Like, maybe the dudes that could dunk. Like, they handle was super loose. Yeah. Especially Arnaz, like he.
Arnaz, that is hilarious. Cousin Skeeter.
I swear, I just be thinking Arnaz, fam. Every time, Arnaz.
I don't even know what his character's name is on Cousin Skeeter. I don't remember.
Me either. I didn't F with Cousin Skeeter like that.
I did. I fucked with it, especially the theme song too. Megan Good was on it too.
Yes, sir.
I couldn't stand her then. Then when she grew up a little bit, I was like, oh.
But you know what? One thing when I was watching this movie back, like I always forget how baggy clothes were in 2000. I forget how big everything was. Like they was in those literally, fam. They was hooping in shorts that were like past their knees, like
with ankle socks.
On top of the shoes.
Exactly.
Now y'all used to hoop in this style. How was that comfortable? How?
It's loose, like you can move. You got free range of movement.
People ain't grabbing you and stuff like it.
Yeah, every now and then. But you know,
all this material flying all over.
You feel like your shorts going around your thigh and shit. Like, oh shit, I got this motherfucker. You going and shit.
You ain't never hit the ball off your shorts, fam.
Sometimes the ball get caught. You know, fuck up the crossover. But hey, it happens.
And then Timo.
Dog, how many Timo Cruises is in 2K? The transition 3.
It's a lot of Timos. It's a lot of Timos in 2K, fam. But he did, as you said when you were doing your intro, he did get grabbed by his afro and hemmed up.
Man, teachers can't hit students. I'm not a teacher.
I'm not a teacher. Trying to kill me, bro. Fuck.
I'm the basketball.
I will say, like, I didn't see like the Nelly Ludacris thing, but I did go back like the next day and like just listen to a bunch of Nelly. So between that and then the soundtrack for this movie, like I was just in my 2005 bag. Like,
man, this movie soundtrack has some
heat.
I heard the Avant Read Your Mind. I was like, okay, yes.
Oh, Shanti was in this mother?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
She can't act.
Nope.
No, she can't.
And what's the name from 3LW? Adrian, was it an Adrian Bayline or something like that? Was she in it too?
Yeah, she was her friend.
Mm.
Who Warren was always trying to get at.
Warren was paying high school students for like a solid 15 years. Like he was in Sunset Park, and that was a long time ago.
Fam. Yeah, and then when Timo tried to come back to the team, 2,500 push-ups, 1,000 suicides.
Man,
like those numbers broke my brain. Like I can't even like comprehend like how much work that was.
But
he was putting it in.
Left with 80 and 500 push-ups and 80 suicides left. I'm like, oh, you was running like a motherfucker.
Man, for real.
Yeah, fam. That's a high school.
The way he had them running in the first place, he had to catch up, bro. Like the whole game plan was just to gas you. They was just go foot to the floor, bro. The whole game, and we're gonna full court press you. Like what?
I would have been mad if I was the assistant coach that had to count all that, though.
Yeah.
Like I would have been like, that's 50.
Exactly.
So,
I'm like, all right.
So how did y'all feel? Like, how do y'all feel as adults now watching that and seeing how he was trying to clean everything up with the way that he shut them out the gym? Like that is a crucial part of the movie. Like he shut them out the gym because the grades weren't there.
Yeah, I mean, as an adult looking back at it, it's like you doing what you got to do to make sure that they can get through. You know, and I don't fault you. I don't blame you. But then one was a prospect. Yeah. So you don't blame his mom for like, hey, what the fuck you doing? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like
it don't matter if you get them qualified for college if nobody can see them play and nobody's offering.
Right.
Facts.
Yeah.
So it's a double-edged sword because it's like most of them not gonna make the league. Mostly none of them gonna make the league.
None of them gonna make the league.
So you like, yeah, you got your prospects, but I want you to have a plan B. But it's hard to tell that to somebody who think they're the shit.
Troy in the comments said, "No, let them boys play." He said, "F them grades."
No, I do think that like their education is way more important than basketball. So like at the bare minimum, like he was right in that respect. Like basketball is a privilege, and if you can't do what you're supposed to like in the classroom, then no, you shouldn't be able to play. And I mean, it's a 2.3. Like that shouldn't.
2.3 was shit. I was like, damn, that's it. Dog, that had a 2.5 when I was in school.
Dog, that principal, she gave up on that whole student body. She did not need to be principal no more. Talking about,
no, she was just like, F them kids for real.
Yeah, like she was for real. The Michael Jordan meme, like in real life, she did not care no more. She gave up.
Yeah, thanks.
But it was a happy ending, even though they lost at the end. They had Ty Crane. They had Ty Crane respect though at the end. You know what I'm saying?
Right. What made me win? I'm like, yeah, fuck that. Don't let them win.
You've cut Ken off like every time this nigga's tried to talk to them.
I'm just letting it again. I'm finna drink my wine, goddamn it.
My bad, brother.
Go ahead, sir.
No, but the part that made me the maddest, like as a parent, was when they was at the party and his son was there wilding out. I would have like, dog, as a parent, I would have like, dog, if you don't bring your black ass on up here, acting a fool out here.
Man, that party. See, it was movies like that in high school that really gave me the wrong idea of like
that party was too lit, bro.
Like when you in high school, at least in Milwaukee, ain't no parties like that. Like
that was like a pro party. That's like like real NBA players have parties like that. That's like that party.
Like I'm talking about like ain't no parties like that on Lake Drive with that. We getting it was only a couple of them there, anyways. Maybe it is parties like that on Lake Drive.
Only exclusives.
Hills.
Oh.
Yeah. It ain't a lot of us up in that mug, though.
I did get.
I mean, it wasn't a lot of us in that party either. It's just all basketball things.
And they the ones showing their ass.
Speaking of ass. Elliot said, talk about Ashanti fat ass in them Dollar General drawers.
Dollar General?
She definitely did get a thong from the dollar store. That's a little I don't know if you want to put that on that material on a sensitive part like that. That's and also
it was a 2 rep of fabric.
Elliot said Tulsa Def had parties like that. I guess Elliot got them invites.
I can see that.
Hey, he was there lit. That's why. That's
right.
That was me.
He was also the people. He was also in there causing a ruckus. I can see that
exactly. And he was the one that they had to carry up out that mug.
That nigga was hard, fam. Dang, Sierra say definitely did. Okay, y'all. Okay. I went to
Milwaukee. She was in there late too.
You know what?
I was at an APS school, so yeah.
You know what? I was at a private school, but I was also very much a square, and I didn't do nothing except for like record skits with my friends, so I wouldn't have been there no ways.
Anyway, hey, y'all skits was lit, bro. Y'all was ahead of y'all time, bro.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyway.
Yeah, y'all would have got y'all shit off in the Vine era.
Oh, y'all have been rich as a motherfucker.
I know. I think about this often. I think about this often. I think
10
about
years
it
too early.
Anyway, before I get more depressed, what y'all rate the movie?
I give it a 4.
I do too.
Yeah, I give it a 4. It was a good movie.
They're going low.
I am going low. I'm just a debate. I give it 2.5.
Damn.
Why so low?
It's not enough.
I just feel like it's. I feel like that was like a run. Like the movie was fine. It's just like it was a run of the same movie, just like with different parts, like changed out. Like it just felt like a formula. So like it was Remember the Titans, it was Hardball, it was Bad News Bears, the remake. Like it's like a down on its luck team gets a new coach who changes the culture, but it's the underdog story. Like it's a movie that I've seen a million times.
Okay.
Okay, I can respect that. So averaged out to about a 3.5 stars from us. So that feels right for Coach Carter. In the comments, if y'all in the Facebook Live, what y'all rate Coach Carter? I'm very curious if y'all agree with that. I don't 2.5 seem too low to me. I think maybe because it's a time capsule. I don't know. I can get your point though. But yeah. Okay, we're gonna talk about this, and then I don't want to talk about it no more. All right.
All right.
Don't say it no more.
Aaron Rodgers admitted on Friday that he was surprised and not thrilled by the pick necessarily, but he added that he understood. So Aaron came to the realization pretty much that, you know, I would love to finish my career here in Green Bay, but I don't know how clear that path is anymore now that y'all traded, you know, up to get Jordan Love. So it's kind of like he came to grips with his own possible fate that he might not actually finish his career out here. Mm-hmm. That being said, do you think he finishes his career as a Green Bay Packer?
No. I think he finishes his contract as a Packer, but not his career. You got, what, 2 years left?
No, it's 4 years left on that deal, I believe.
I can see
him. I think what it ultimately comes down to is if Jordan Love is good. Like, if he's good, no. But if he's a bust, then I could see him finishing it out here.
Yeah, I mean, just because they drafted him at that point, like, of course they want him to play. But if he's in practice still getting beat out, what do you do?
Right. Like, if a 39-year-old Aaron Rodgers is beating out Jordan Love when he's supposed to be in his prime, like...
They love me.
Like, you just...
It is what it is.
Doug in the comments says if he finishes as a Packer, and Rick said to San Diego he goes. He definitely probably would try to get. He would get to California.
Yeah, so he don't even, wait, Rick. So he don't even get a team. Like going to San Diego.
The Chargers. You mean the Chargers? I got it. And I didn't even catch it because it's so natural to me to think San Diego Chargers.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
But yeah, he could. He would probably try to get back to California.
Cam, what do you think? Do you think you're gonna have to keep seeing Aaron Rodgers for the next 4 years, fam?
I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I hope not, goddammit. You know, I hope he move around within the next few years. But I don't know. Ideally, I agree with what Eric was saying. That it all depends on how well Love is. So we'll see. But it'll be weird, just like it's weird to think that Tom Brady went to another team. It'll just feel weird to see Aaron Rodgers in a different shirt.
And he got their ass out there practicing already.
Tom Brady.
Because he ain't trying to look. He trying to win. He got something to prove. He don't got no time for that bull.
The hype video that Big Ben did, he cut his beard off because now he back. He threw a pass to one of his receivers. So, like,
man,
he cut his beard. He had that big old mountain. But here's the thing. The governor is actually pissed off because he's like, he didn't have a mask on when he was getting cut, fam. Like, you clearly got cut recently.
Well, wait, how do you have a mask on when you getting your beard cut?
Or he was supposed to be getting cut or something like that. It was something along the lines of like the timing didn't match out and the governor was upset. Like,
I saw it today. Roman Reigns got a new tattoo. I'm like, bro, like you staying home from work because you don't want to, expose your new babies, but you getting stabbed like thousands of times by a stranger.
Yeah.
Or by somebody that doesn't live in your house.
Maybe it's a family friend.
Still somebody that doesn't live in this house.
Yeah,
so bringing people in.
A needle, fam. It's a needle. You don't want to put holes in your body at this time, fam.
I hear you. Well, so my whole thing with Tom was he's trying to dispel. He's a system quarterback. I think. I haven't seen it nowhere, but me personally, I just think that him as a competitor, and he wanted to dispel the shit with. He's only good because of Belichick. It's probably why another reason why he want to go hard this year. Mm-hmm. With Ben, he's trying to stay relevant, but nobody give a fuck about Ben. Honest, truth be told. Like, we'll see what happens.
An F about Ben.
And Aaron, I really do hope that he is good still. Like, he gives us the time needed for Jordan Love to learn what he has to do. Because looking at long term on it, as a Packer fan, I always want the franchise to do well. granted, I have my favorite players. So I would hope that Rodgers is playing at an elite enough level until that point comes where we have to separate to allow Jordan Love to grow into that person that we think he could be for this long term.
We'll see. Let me ask you this. What do you hope happens? Do you hope that the Jordan Love pick works out, or do you hope that Aaron Rodgers is lights out for the rest of his contract?
Can both answers?
I mean,
both still paying out.
Both is ideal.
Like, I want Aaron to ball out, but I want Jordan Love to be so cold that he's a better option.
And then Aaron still got trade value. What you saying?
Sure.
Or they can just end his contract, get that money off the books.
It's a lot of money.
Y'all know Chili, right? From TLC?
Yeah, man.
She's apparently a big wrestling fan. And she tweeted the other day that she's still waiting to step into the ring with a member of the WWE Women's Division. And she added Stephanie in her tweet. A fan had added her and said they wanted to see her sing America the Beautiful at WrestleMania. And she wrote, "I'm still waiting to get inside the ring with a diva at Stephanie McMahon at WWE." So,
okay. I see.
Wear her 90s gear and have her do lucha shit like Lita. I can see that.
I don't know if she that limber, fam, to be jumping around doing luchador stuff. Do y'all think Chili could actually pull? I mean, anybody can have a match, but like, do you want? Eric's like, nah, fam, I'm not going.
I mean, she's probably.
I don't even know if I want to see that.
Really?
You don't think you want to see the celebrity value of Chili trying to wrestle?
Nah. I'll pass. I'm good.
If this was like 96, sure.
Yeah.
But Chili in 2020?
No, I'm good. No, I'm good.
Okay, going over there look cute.
They can just pan to her in the crowd and like, oh, it's Chili.
Hey, Chili.
Hey, yo, Dooch. We going to the radio for the first of 4 times tonight.
Hey.
You know why we're going to the radio so much? Because it's a celebration. We got 3 years.
Celebration.
Enjoy yourself.
So each of us picked one of our favorite songs that's appeared on WTECK Radio 69.9.
But 69 is fine.
I was hoping someone would finish the sentence.
Damn right.
Tim, you up first. So we're going to go into our backstage production. Wait. I'm getting ahead of myself.
No, you was good.
No.
You know what? You know what we're going to do?
No problem.
We don't have to explain it. Actually, Ken, tell people what this radio segment is. I was trying to get you out of it, but then I was like, nah, there ain't no way. Like, you just going to have to do it. If people are new here, would you tell them what the radio segment is?
So all you Tech File fam, you already know what this is. But if you're new here, this is the point of the show where we play a song that is sport adjacent. So it's either written, composed by someone in the sports realm. Tim is our DJ. DJ, give it to me.
Give it to me.
And this is our backstage production meeting.
Look at you! Yay!
Out here, 3 years. Yay. I got it. What up?
So Tim's selection is up first. Tim, do you want to tell everybody what song you picked for TECK? What's your favorite of the radio so far?
Yeah, so mine was "Drown," which was Victor Oladipo's song featuring Trey Songz. That shit was cold.
Yeah, that was a cold song.
So I'll introduce it. Let the music play. I'll do it over the music.
You do it at the same time when the music starts?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Dude, you ready?
I gotta get my DJ here.
Yes, I am.
Wait.
Okay. Ken, count us down so we can go live on air. If you listen back tomorrow, you'll actually hear the live radio drop. So tune in tomorrow. Hear the edited magic and stuff like that.
The edited magic. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
WTECK Radio 69.9 FM, where 69 is fine.
WTECK Radio 69.9 with 69 is fine. This is your boy DJ. Give it to me. We got Drown. Victor Oladipo featuring Trey Songz.
What if I was made for you to enjoy? And the
This was cold, though. Like,
I mean, it's your song, so of course you're gonna be.
No, it's a good song. Though.
It is a good song, though.
Ricky ass Vic.
Nigga performing.
Hey, Trey came in snapping. Think I might listen to this after we get off this again.
All right, fam. All right, fam.
I see.
I'm waiting on Trey to drop some new stuff, by the way.
He had a project, I think, last year.
Yeah, no, I rap a lot of it. He just had, what's the name of them come back to Anticipation and stuff.
Yeah, he put them out. Back out. What's our next topic? Let me see if it's appropriate to talk over Drown too. It's not, but it's gonna be funny. Can you turn this down? Can you turn this down a little bit? We're gonna just talk over the rest of this song. We're gonna keep it going. All right.
Damn, you know what? No, it wouldn't have been. Never mind. I was about to say the Rodgers conversation would have been good, but because Jordan Love, but I'm just trying to play off the Love name and nah.
What?
I'm gonna say you trying to insinuate.
I was trying to tie it together, but it wasn't segueing the right.
Nah, bro. Nah.
It went early.
Go ahead and take that one. Go ahead and take that in.
I don't want that shit.
Go ahead and get that in real quick.
Anyway, we're gonna talk about some sport restart and Rona news. We're gonna talk about the NBA, MLB, some things the NFL is doing, some things Vince is trying to do with WWE. All right, so
I'm hearing way more Trey songs than Oladipo, I feel like.
I mean, as it probably should be.
I mean, yeah, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying.
You knew where his bread was buttered on this track.
He paid for the future, so he paid for the feature. So he's probably like, I need to get my money's worth.
Exactly.
You need the song.
Exactly.
His bread was buttered.
You knew where his bread was buttered. Anyway, I'm glad that tickled your fancy so much, sir.
It did.
On the NBA call, Adam Silver was he left the meeting feeling really positive, increasingly positive actually, about the league's momentum toward the resumption of play this season. Mm-hmm. Now, one thing that he did say on the call that most people pointed out was that he said that if there is a positive test, and you think that would shut us down, then we probably shouldn't go this path. So insinuating like a positive case ain't gonna stop this show. I wanted to know what y'all thought about that. And also, like, how many positive tests at that point becomes too many?
I mean, like, think about it. Let's put it this way. Like, say we get to the playoffs and LeBron James catches coronavirus.
Damn.
Like, do we just chalk that up as, like,
he got to go?
Oh, like, are we going to look at it like it's just, it's an ill-timed injury, like spraining an ankle would be, or is it a bigger problem? Or if LeBron James gets it.
What you say, Ken?
If LeBron can't go, nobody going, goddammit. Shut it all down.
I mean,
low-key, the conspiracy side of me is kind of like, what if someone tried to like give somebody the coronavirus to get them out of the playoffs?
Mm-hmm.
That's trash, though.
That's wild.
I know it is, but like
that's super trash.
It's
because it's not even necessarily that they get sick. It's just that they have it, even if they're asymptomatic. Like they're still out. You know what I mean? So
I know we're gonna talk about it later, but like Jordan and the pizza.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get there later. Yeah, fair.
I have a different conspiracy theory about that, but we'll get there.
Well, let's get on through this then. But yeah, I mean, we talked about it a little bit last week. Like we're gonna start hitting a new normal, and I think all that's about at this point is trying to limit risk more so than anything. So if you are committed and people who are all, like I said before, all aware of what they're doing and they want to do it, then they know the risk they're taking. As long as you're trying to make it as safe as possible, I'm okay with it. As long as everybody, and like I said before, including everybody who's working, like everybody needs to be like, I'm okay with this because they're gonna have to stay in that bubble. But like, if that's what you want to do, just try to make it as safe as possible.
Yeah, because the players really like a lot of these players want to come back to these and start getting these games in and stuff like that. Especially because some of them, I think NBA players had to pay some of their money back, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like they like, nah, bro, I'm not trying to pay nothing back. And MLB,
they already got
like,
you. It's already been taken.
Right, I'm saying like Blake Snell though. Like they were saying like some players for the MLB should take some cuts, and Blake Snell was one of the players to come out like, no, fuck that, I need my money.
Yeah. I don't blame him.
like no, so it's the new norm. Eventually, like I feel like by fall they'll probably have fans coming back in stadiums and stuff like that. But they'll figure some kind of plan out.
Fall.
But not necessarily like the stadium. They'll probably limit the capacity to like, oh, you can only have this amount of fans in this stadium. And so the tickets prices would soar because it'd be exclusivity, and it would keep the social distance and shit together. Like I feel like that's where it's going to go. Could be wrong.
I think they're going to play games now. I don't think there's going to be a fan in the building for any professional sport.
The rest of the year?
Not the rest of this year. And if they do put fans in, it's going to be what you said, and it's going to be, I mean, like limited. Like
right, and that would price boom would be crazy.
And then, but it's like, what's the point?
Yeah.
What's the point?
I let people like being exclusive.
I mean, the all-in stuff shows that the charity stuff we're getting, like athletes are auctioning stuff off, and you got to be rich to get.
Yeah, a lot of people like that exclusivity. Like, especially the celebrities, they'll probably buy all the millionaires about the big tickets up front.
Troy said fans probably won't even be there next year.
I know that's been said already, like in California.
Yeah,
it was earlier on, so like the projection might have changed, but I think either the governor or the mayor of LA, one of them, were saying that, yeah, he doesn't foresee fans returning until fall of 21 at least at the earliest.
Yeah, and I like I said, we talked about it before. Like, would you want to go to a game?
I'm straight.
I don't even want to go to the grocery store. Like
I'm not going to the grocery store.
MLB, and they had their huge plan. We talked about it a lot last week. Their plans to return. They dropped like what's going to be like a 67-page document that's talking about everything they're going to need to do on their roadmap to get back to play. Even with how specific that's a hard word. Specific they're getting with what they're going to plan to do to keep everybody safe and get everything going. People are skeptic, or they don't know like if this is actually doable in this time frame. Like, you're trying to do all this by July.
Ooh. That's a lot. That's a lot to do in a short amount of time.
In a month and a half? Barely?
Yeah.
A month and a week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
A lot of phone calls going on right now. It's probably it's a few happening right now as we talk.
Yeah.
There's some owners and some governors and some people talking, man. Like they are trying. The NFL engineers and sports equipment company Oakley, they're testing prototypes of modified face masks that may contain like surgical or N95 material.
I saw that. Oh, wait, that's kind of dope-ish. Yeah, that's kind of dope. But because then it allowed them to, it gives the players a little bit more sense of safety for them, I guess.
Yeah, the players director, the medical director said that he thought that there's probably going to be a recommendation that the NFL figure something out about having the face exposed since they have helmets.
Mm-hmm.
And he said he's not sure how that would look exactly, but, you know, he was like, the people who are working on it, the engineers and whatnot, they know what they're doing, and they're going to figure out ways for it not to fog all the way up. So that's the first thing I thought about. I'm like, how are you going to play with a whole...
I would be more concerned about, like, how do you breathe?
Yeah,
that too.
Can you breathe properly?
Because, like, again, like, wearing my face mask out, like, it's not impossible to breathe, but it's just, like, trying to run and, like, already being winded or taxed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know.
I would imagine it's like more like a filter on the mask, like a gated-ish. Well, more like because they're trying to use the same material-ish. So I would think that it's more like a screen, more so down toward the bottom of the mouth to cover up to here. But you don't have to have the visor though. Like if you fogging up, you don't have to have that. Maybe some might want to have it for eye protection, but a lot of cats don't even have visors. The cool niggas got the visors. All the cool guys got the visors, but yeah, I can see that happening. But That's a crazy helmet to think about.
Yeah. I would like to see what those designs look like. Like, I hope that like engineering students and like they start sketching out like just. I mean, actually, y'all probably shouldn't post that because someone might steal your design. So never mind. I'll be curious to see what they come up with, though. Vince McMahon is said to be determined. Vince has had enough. He wants a crowd for SummerSlam. SummerSlam is in August. He also said that if we can't find somewhere, we might even push it back. He's even open to pushing SummerSlam from August to
already fall.
September.
To when?
September. Fallslam, fam.
Bro, that's not summer number.
He wants a Fallslam. He'll have a Fallslam if he can't get his way.
He wants that money.
But
yeah, that's too money hungry.
He wants that money.
And they searching, and they said that after the Boston mayor was like, "Ain't no events gonna be happening where it's a large crowd, fam." He was like, "I need y'all to start calling places and seeing where we can have an event. One that might let us have a crowd."
I was gonna say he could do that Fight Island idea, but that doesn't solve the problem. So never mind.
Yeah, because he want people. It's like there's states that are open. Like you can wrestle in a couple different places now, but if you want a crowd, you ain't gonna have SummerSlam then.
Well, that's why he said he was looking in Georgia or Florida, because they, especially Florida, them motherfuckers are like, "Fuck it, do you? You got it."
Yeah, pretty much the only thing closed in Florida right now is Disney World and the amusement parks.
And that might not be for longer if the NBA comes. So I'm going to just keep on going with that real quick because the WWE actually sent out surveys to fans to find out what could make Raw and SmackDown enjoyable because ratings have gone down. So they wanted to ask fans, what could entice them to watch? So I'm going to ask y'all two of the questions they had, the two most interesting, and I want y'all to answer. Although, Eric, you're not a WWE fan, so this is all hypothetical for you. I understand. Would adding supernatural or fantastical elements entertain you?
Like ghosts and shit?
Would adding supernatural or fantastical elements entertain you? That's literally what it said.
Hold on, let me find out. Would adding supernatural or fantastical...
Is he asking Sam?
Yes, I'm asking Sam. Give me 2 seconds.
Could you mute yourself while you
supernatural or a fantastical thing in WWE.
Oh, I sure could.
But that excites you.
Dang, I got the power, fam. I finally got the power.
Okay. Anyway, show that nigga anyway. Keep that nigga.
I was trying to figure out because that's a wild question. No.
You had to call us
supernatural powers and shit. With that
like
exactly.
Like it's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, fam.
Phone a friend and shit.
He had to phone a friend for an opinion.
Phone a friend and shit.
It wasn't me.
That was terrible. No. We already threw 2 people off.
Can I get a 50-50?
He came back and put a sheet on his head like a ghost on Twitter.
There ain't no 50-50 left.
Let me ask the audience, what do y'all think?
He's probably gonna type in the comments. Would you like to see the supernatural?
Right. Well, you want to see ghosts and shit?
Space Ghost, Coast to Coast. That was my nigga, bro.
Nelson added though. Wait. When it comes to sports, they should follow how the German soccer league is doing it. I cannot pronounce that, so I'm not going to try. Tim, you know? There you go. Yeah. He said they may be setting the trend. So that's something to keep an eye on.
I have to look at.
The other question was, would having superstars appear in the crowds add to your enjoyment?
Yes.
Sorry, going back to the fantastic. I mean, like, people act like we don't already have, like, supernatural characters.
Oh, yeah, we
anyway.
sure didn't answer that question. We got thrown off by Tim.
Phone a friend.
Yeah, fam.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, more diversity, I guess, is good. Like, I feel like the problem that they've had over the last couple of years is, like, everybody's gimmick is just, I'm a wrestler. Like,
yeah.
So maybe adding more variety will bring in people, like, remind them of their childhood or...
I mean, the fantastical...
Like, play up, like, the fact that it's entertainment and not, like, you're trying to watch a sport.
Yeah.
Right.
Like what they did with Undertaker and AJ Styles.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
That they put into that, like do more stuff like that. That was good.
Well, Money in the Bank is pretty good too.
More filmed matches. Like you can add things to it there because even the stuff with the Street Profits and the Viking Raiders has been hilarious with them going back and forth. You said what, fan?
I know that. Oh. Hey, it's the first time that's happened on here. I was just gonna say that I know that he's gung ho about trying to get crowds back, but like take this time to kind of develop like the more artistic stuff, and like maybe that resonates more with a crowd. Like I know people that watched, like people that don't watch wrestling but watch WrestleMania just because you know it was on. Yeah, like they were saying like those things got good reviews. You know what I mean? So maybe play into that, up your production value, and like give people something different, and try to stumble into something new that you can kind of go forward with.
I believe AEW uses superstars.
They do. So would you like the WWE to start doing that?
I was like, yeah. I told Sam that a while ago. I was like, why don't they just put the wrestlers in the crowd? Give us some crowd noise.
I mean, and AEW's been using it to set up storylines too. So like, it makes sense to do it. You ain't got no one else there.
I mean, they're there already anyway.
Exactly. Like,
well, you ain't sure
they still have some people that they call in but then don't use. So at least get them some screen time and remind people, oh, I forgot they work there.
Right. Well, I think that's what they're doing with a lot of these mid-card wrestlers right now. I think they got a lot of their top stars are off. And I had to think about, well, we'll get to Becky later, but I had to think about it a little bit more. But because a lot of their top stars off, you see a lot of their mid-card stars going on right now, which is probably why the ratings dropped too. Like maybe they're trying to build some cats.
They're not building, they're using who they got. Everybody ain't trying to wrestle.
Yeah.
They need to build
Slim Pickens out here.
Really all it is. Like,
Slim Pickens.
The mayor pointed out the fact that Vince did wrestle God, so
Vince done done some bullshit.
Hey, that was funny. Like I shouldn't have laughed at that, but he had the little spotlight coming down to the ring, fam, to be Shawn Michaels' partner. Vince was wild.
That is hilarious, dude. He ain't wild, man.
That is wild, man.
That's a wild boy.
We're gonna go back to the radio. This time, it is Eric's selection. We ain't got to introduce it again. Y'all already know what it is. This is the second selection today. So, Dutra, are you ready for the next radio song?
Yes.
Tim, how do you want to come into the...
Hey, the voice of God and shit came out of nowhere.
Chill out, man.
Like Jesus. I'll talk over the music again.
All right, so...
Let me call my DJ equipment.
Kim, when you count him down, I'm going to just start right where the music goes. So, once again, tune in to tomorrow's actual. If you're watching on the live, listen to the podcast to hear the editing magic that happens when we go to the radio. Kim, would you count us down, please?
Indeed. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
WTECK Radio 69.9 FM, where 69 is fine.
WTECK Radio 69.9 with 69 is fine. We got song number 2. I said number 2. Leo, I Wonder.
Once again, this was Eric's selection.
Like when I look at the songs that we all picked, came in loud.
Hey, I was feeling it, man.
Right.
Too much love got me pushing out and thinking about.
What were you saying though, Eric?
I was just saying, like, I was looking at the songs that we picked, and they're all kind of indicative of our personalities.
Interesting.
Sam said she missed the first song. Yeah, you missed Tim's song. It was.
Tim gonna play it for you later.
Hey, he finna go swimming in this one. Michael Phelps in this one.
As he drinks water, I hate this. I don't even want to drink my water no more.
Tim finna be out here like stroke.
Wow, fam. She just put dots. Yeah, fam.
When man,
your husband tripping. Your husband is tripping.
She already know what it is.
Wait, they had the jokes. Now I'm tripping. You see how they turned on me like that?
Say, nah, I don't even want to drink mine.
Like I'm like, I got to take off camera, fam. Like, what's up?
It's just a vibe, man.
I almost picked Shaq I'm Outstanding because I wanted the vibe, but then I was like, nah, we don't. I was like, Eric got the vibe covered. Eric got the vibe. That's perfect.
Oh, but apparently you do beefing with Mark Henry.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's a convoluted story, but
pretty much Mark Henry was saying he's out racing it, and then Mark Henry talking back a lot of black wrestlers, pretty much, to help him out, or wrestlers of color. And Mark Henry was like, he's just using my name as clout chase because I got a lot of these minority wrestlers. I'm the reason why they're here in the first place. I don't know what he's talking about. He's gonna move around type shit, and like that's not the case. So who knows? He only saying that because he just dropped the album or a song, so that's the only reason why he's using my name. Like that's kind of tough when that didn't happen.
We're gonna keep talking over the music. I think it's at a good enough level for us to continue on. Unless I want it down a little bit lower.
A little bit lower.
Little bit lower as we continue on, because we got to talk about some beef real quick. This song ain't gonna fit the mood, so we're gonna have to go back to the acting thing when y'all, I forget what we called it, but when y'all acting out roles, because we haven't had this happen in a while. We haven't had no beef. But Michael Thomas, the receiver for the Saints, and Devontae Parker, wide receiver, they got into it over a pole.
Awesome.
They're the ones who are arguing over an opinion right now. Like, they ain't got nothing to do right now. So, Michael Thomas, and I'm gonna need one of y'all to be Devontae Parker. Y'all think about it. I'm gonna tell the people what happened. So, the NFL on Fox Instagram account, they asked, which is tougher? A, make a catch while being guarded by Stephon Gilmore, or B, break up a pass while guarding Michael Thomas. Now, Devontae Parker saw that, and he also had a breakout year this past season with the Dolphins.
Yeah,
he answered A, a.k.a. getting guarded by Gilmore. And apparently, Michael Thomas did not like that opinion, so he got in the comments. Now, who's going to be Michael Thomas and who's going to be Devontae Parker?
I'll be can't guard Mike.
Okay, you going to be sensitive, Mike? Okay. Ken muted himself and looked away. Like, nah, fam. I ain't on that today. Eric, you going to be Devontae?
Sure.
All right. So, they going to do this for you. They going to act out for y'all what was said in the comments.
Oh, damn, I actually have to emote because I'm on video and shit.
Exactly. You're going to have to actually act today. Okay, the people can see you.
Put your face on.
You go first, man. What the hell?
Exactly.
Let's see. Devontae Parker for you, yes. Go and run some numbers up. Then you can talk. I lapped you, and you've been in the league longer than me. Mr. First Rounder. These are Mr. First Rounder? Than me, First Rounder. Yeah. So pretty much for you, yes. Go run some numbers up. I'm running the back.
Always.
I'm running the back.
No, I'm laughing because you only see your mouth. Like, it's a weird angle, fam. Like, correct the.
Listen, I'm old now. You see the damn glasses and shit. I'm trying to read now. Leave me alone. Listen here. Now. Let me try this again. For you, yes. Go run some numbers up. Then you can talk. I lapped you, and you've been in the league longer than me, Mr. First Rounder. I ain't called. See why I got Mr. First Rounder? Me, First Rounder, with some emoji faces, sweating and shit. My bad.
Got some hard feelings there, brother. Let me get targeted 300 times a game.
Oh, so in other words, you weak. They don't even put your name in the same sentence as me. Remember that. You still not going to do nothing. Ha ha. Ha ha. You got the ha ha face. It took you 6 years and 17 weeks to have a good game. Get the fuck out of here. Blame your parents, not no quarterback. Damn.
I know.
Quit crying, bro.
He's in Miami.
Quit crying, bro.
You heard what I said.
I ain't hear shit, Playboy.
Why? So, sing.
You still got one line.
You got one more line.
Oh, I got one. Oh, my bad. You can't even have a seat at the table. Okay, now sing. Who the fuck keep talking about Michael Thomas? That Michael Thomas think the niggas is after him. Ain't nobody after you. Why he concocting these Jordan tales, these fairy tales and shit, trying to make I don't understand what's up with Michael Thomas. He's been sensitive as shit for like a year, maybe a year and a half. But he keep attacking cats for no reason.
About 2 years, man. At least 2.
I ain't noticed until like the last year and a half. I fuck with Michael Thomas. For some reason, this motherfucker here, I don't know why he keep trying to pick fights with people.
Hey, well, you mentioned Michael Jordan.
I was going to say you mentioned Mike.
We're going to talk right about him. The Last Dance concluded this weekend with episodes 9 and 10 of the 10-part docuseries. Now, we're going to talk about the first 2 episodes and then just overall impressions of the series as a whole. So from the last 2 this past weekend, what were some of y'all thoughts? I know, Ken, you want to talk about pizza? Are you good? Talking about pizza?
Oh, yeah, I'm good. I just thought it was like hearing that whole story, like it took 5 people to come deliver the pizza and all of that, and all of that. It was, I don't know, just how they broke it down just seemed like hella sketchy.
It don't seem real.
Yeah, and then didn't nobody else want none. They was like, no, you good, go ahead. He ate an entire pizza by himself.
So the director came out afterwards. I was like, why didn't you? Okay. But he said that the story is that, and tell me if y'all believe it or not. He said the story is that apparently the whole entourage had went out without Jordan and ate.
Oh, okay.
Jordan got back later and was kind of like, well, I'm about to order me a pizza. And can none of y'all niggas had none because y'all wanted to go eat without me. Pizza came. He spit on the pizza. He spit on the pizza to further prove this is my pizza, nigga. Don't eat it. And then he proceeded to eat the entire pizza.
You're an asshole.
That sounds like karma to me.
Hey, you shouldn't have been paying.
But also, you ate a full pizza by yourself at like 2:00 in the morning, and you didn't expect to be sick the next day. Like,
thought he still had a high school body, fam.
And it's a pizza. Like, that's just like a big ass ball of grease and cheese.
He went to sleep probably right. He went to sleep probably right after.
Like, that wasn't food. That was just poor diet. Like,
it was grease, bro. You know they used to soak they dough in grease.
Right. Like, I like how the insinuation was just that, you know, somebody in Utah poisoned them.
Yeah, they tampered with the pizza.
But it's like, first of all, how did they know it was getting delivered to Michael Jordan's room? Like, it's 5 million people in that room. Just use somebody else's name.
Yeah.
Okay. Counter argument to that would be they're not even in Salt Lake City proper. They're outside of the city. It's probably smaller. Do you think the hotel concierge would have been like, "Oh, you going to this hotel room?" Like, or he called his friend like Michael Jordan at this hotel. Like, how big is the city?
It delivered to somebody else's room.
That would explain why 5 people came up there.
That's true. Exactly. They wanted to see Mike.
Yeah, they knew who it was.
I want to be.
So I didn't actually have
coming. Everybody coming. Deliver the mic. And we don't have to grab a corner, and he had to grab the middle of the box.
Hey, that must have to be a big ass pizza. It took 5 motherfuckers, bro. That's a big ass pizza, my nigga.
Hey, it was enough to give him the flu game.
But okay, then what could they have done though? Like, what did they do to make him sick? Like, what you like?
Or what they?
They all just coughed and sneezed though, or what? Like, what they could be?
It could have been
all the way through.
Hey, he spit on it, but them niggas spit on it before he even spit on himself.
It was double spit. Ew. That's super gross.
He was in there maxing that pizza too.
He was, fam. Also, okay, so I know this is the last episode, but when they were going through the series with the Jazz,
the first one or the second one?
The last time.
Okay.
Damn, I forgot what I was about to say that quick. Dude, just give me a bell, fam. Give me a bell and edit, fam. But I didn't realize I forgot Scottie Pippen got hurt in Game 6. Like, I did not remember Scottie Pippen was hurt. Like, I remember him just being in the game, but like as a kid, I did not realize like he was
just there
coming in and out. Yeah, like he was literally just a body
decoying out there.
For what? Actually,
a chip.
It was smart. Yeah, it was smart.
A chip.
And also, like, that made me realize. So Jordan had a great supporting cast, but that's what it was. It was literally a supporting cast. Like, he had 45 in Game 6. He outscored the rest of his teammates.
Bro, that was something I thought about. I'm like, okay, so everybody was like, oh, well, Jordan had Pippen. He didn't do nothing without Pippen or Rodman, or Jordan just had an all-star cast or whatever the case may be. Jordan did 90% of the lifting. He really did.
90 probably high, but
I mean, again, you kind of got to take with a grain of salt, like who is the executive producer of this documentary? Like,
you know,
I hear you, but the stats don't lie. He dropped 45 in that game.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying like, but during like the whole documentary, like it's always bringing up like the worst parts of Scottie Pippen's career, and like not ever really showing like, oh, he got his shit off, like in like the games that he got his shit off in.
He had a whole episode, episode 2, I think,
and they stopped at like 1987 or something. Like it never, like it didn't get into like.
They talked about when he was the Spurs, didn't they?
You said what?
They talked about when he was the Spurs for a second, didn't he?
When he did what?
Well, I said they talked about Scottie with the Spurs for a second, didn't he?
When did Scottie Pippen play with the Spurs?
Well, I said, was he with the Spurs? Or no, that's Robin I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I'm just like I've heard that Scottie is unhappy with his portrayal in,
and I could understand why.
Yeah,
after that was like, I can understand why he'd be unhappy, but like they did give him credit too. It's just that the bad things stick out.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I looked at it. Like they gave him his props. Jordan said, "You say my name, you got to say Pip."
Yeah,
plausible deniability.
You're such a skeptic.
I'm just
saying because like as I was watching it.
Wait, hold on. Tim was talking. You did a Tim on Tim. How's it feel, Tim?
I was still talking. Well, you can go ahead. Go ahead.
Everybody's like, you was quiet. No, you got it.
I'm gonna have to listen back to that one.
Hey, you want to go?
Be quiet.
Go ahead, Tim, nigga. Dang.
Oh, my bad. Damn, he almost made me forget what I had to say now. Like, he made me forget what I had to say now.
You had your moment, then I had your back and everything. You gonna mess up the moment?
He fucked it up. That one over there.
Anyway, go ahead, Aaron. This nigga here.
Anyway, I was thinking like as we were going through this, I'm like, dude, Scottie would got killed on social media, and then I realized I'm like, no, they just keep bringing up all the bad shit, like his migraine, which it seems like Jordan still doesn't really believe was a migraine.
He was pissed about
and
that.
Then him not going back into the game and his back getting injured, like legitimately injured in Game 6 of the finals, like.
The thing that has been most interesting to me about that is like I've been texting my uncles throughout like this documentary series or whatever. And I texted them, I was like, I forgot Scottie got injured like that. And one of my uncles said, no, I didn't forget. He was the first broke back. I was calling him broke back then. Like, no, like he's like Scottie was always hurt the wrong time. And my other uncle said the same thing. He's like, yeah, he's like Pip was good, but like he had the unfortunate body, like he just got hurt. And nothing you can do about it. But I was just like, hey, like I could see why you feel away seeing your worst moments played out again, and you can't help it. You didn't tell your back to go out. You didn't tell your head to be hurting. Like you didn't tell your ankle to be broke, although you waited till the season started. But for a reason, like you're understandable. But
right.
I can see that for sure. Horace Grant has a problem too.
Horace Grant sound like he want to fight now. You ain't want to fight him again. Like when he was young and strong, he was still big as a bitch then. You ain't say shit then.
But now you think you can take him.
One thing that I did, Jordan was always a monster, whether that's on the court and off the court. He was just a monster all around. And he did what he had to do, or he felt that he needed to do to get what he got. And that's pretty much where for me, still MJ is the GOAT. Always has been, always will be for me. Unless somebody changes my mind, I'm open for discussion. But as of right
always
now,
will be unless somebody changes my mind.
We'll see. But for now and forever, until that mind is changed, MJ is the GOAT. He was just a monster, bro. Like his mentality was monster, and like his demeanor was towards his teammate at times monster-esque, and his acumen off the court and the way he handled some things in the media and business-wise was monster-like too. So for me, he's always just been a monster on and off the court, and he always will be.
Now I know Jordan was a little nervous by people thinking he was a jerk after you saw that, but no. My opinion, like I don't think of you any differently. Like it's literally the exact same thing. Oh no, we lost Ken. There you go. You just wanted to change spots. Now I'm looking at different areas. You got me all thrown off. Now everybody done moved around.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on my camera, everybody moved. Yeah, everybody moved on mine. So the people watching, they just saw everything move. Anywho. Yeah, I thought of Jordan the same. Like, I figured you were a jerk. It's funny watching you be a jerk in retrospect. Like, you were really telling people, like, shoot that free throw hole. Like, make that free throw hole. Like,
big shit.
That was one thing that I noticed, like, in the documentary, like, when he was, like, when it was behind the scenes stuff, like, his code switch was on point. Like, he was a country ass dude. Like,
yeah. Yeah.
Like you didn't hear any type of accent or anything like in front of the media. Like he was straight, prim, proper. Always had a smile behind closed doors. Yeah, man, that's what that nigga did. You know, like
shooting dice and shit.
Right.
Throwing. Troy said that Scott Burrell should have dropped him. No, Scott was too nice.
Dude, Scott
was happy to be there,
but he wasn't.
He was happy to be there.
Him and Randy Brown. I've never seen anybody more happy to be an NBA player. Like. I thought John Henson was happy to be an NBA player, but them niggas was happy.
They had different level of happy. So one thing I do want to talk about is something I never knew, which was when it was ending and Jordan was saying that, you know, he felt like he was in his prime and you know, he thought that they should run it back one more time. And he knows what was said before the season started, but he thought that there was a chance everybody would come back on 1-year contracts if need be, you know, do what they got to do to make one last run at it because they hadn't lost it. So let's defend it one more time. Let's say hypothetically.
Same spot.
Phil and Jordan say, yeah, they get everybody to come back. I don't know how realistic that is because the Bulls were actually very much over the salary cap at that time. Like the salary cap was low. I think like $30 million or lower at that time. And the Bulls were paying like $66 million or something like that. Like they were over the salary cap. So like
a lot of that was Mike. I think he was getting like 30 something
by himself. Yeah. So
again, it's easy for him to say, "Oh, everybody come back on 1-year deals," because like you just got a 1 year, $30 million, whereas like Scotty's getting like 2.
That's very true.
So it's like he wanted to get cashed out.
Yeah, and he wanted to get cashed out in a 1-year contract. Scotty, I don't think Scotty would have came back. No. Not for one more year. I don't know. Michael could have sweet talked him in that. I don't think Michael and Scotty are actually friends. Actually,
Mike said
coworkers.
He would have really convinced Pip to come back.
Yeah. He did admit that, but like, I don't think he'd have been able to. And I don't think a Pippen-less Bulls team in 98, 99 would have. I mean, it was a lockout shortened season, but like you need Pippen.
So there were like a lot of issues that year that would have been challenging. Like Jordan cut his finger like really badly, like where he might not even play that year if he hadn't retired before that anyway. So
Jordan's argument to that was he wouldn't have been doing what he was doing had he known he was going to be playing basketball because at that point he was living carefree and loose.
Okay. I've seen him smoke way too many cigars in that documentary. Believe that.
He stays smoking.
Was he playing Russian roulette with the cutter?
Hey, I'm telling you, that's what Jordan said, man.
We know he's an unreliable narrator. So
yeah, he's definitely a liar. He's psychotic. He's psychotic, and he's a compulsive gambler. But he's a great basketball player, man.
Let's assume perfect health.
Everybody comes back.
Like again, like it's still the shortened season, so like things were just kind of random. Like, like if you like you have like 5 games in 7 days or something crazy like that, like you get an ill-time injury, like you can drop from a 1 seed to a 6 seed or something. You know, like everybody was kind of jumbled up there. Like the Knicks wound up making the finals because like they were 8th seed, but they got hot at the right time, and like the games were so close together.
Mm-hmm.
Like it amped up the amount of randomness that happened that season. So like I think that they still would have been the favorites coming in, like even with Jordan, but
who knows? They probably could have took it. They may have.
They could have. Like if they would have, like I feel like a lockout shortened season would have been the one they got.
Yeah.
I just feel like the lockout shortened season, like because the games come so quickly, like an old team like the Bulls would have been, like that would have actually been like detrimental to them because they had to play so many games.
No, I heard what you were saying, but I was just saying like if they were like, I don't think they would have did over 82 grind. Like it wouldn't have happened over 82 games. Like they would have broken down. But like their best shot would have been a short amount of time, even if the games were closer. Hey, y'all have to do like hey, I hope you re-upped on your core. Like, re-up. Get another one for this 3P. Just get your core pieces back. See what Young Guns got. But
and I don't know, just Reinsdorf at the end, like he didn't say anything all season. Then when they won a championship, we should bring it back. Like, no, you need to like you say that
all season.
Like you let that shit get way out of the house before you try to reel it back in. Yeah. I don't know. And then he's saying that Krause could have rebuilt the team over the next couple of years. Like Jordan was 35 already. Like you can't rebuild and shoot for like 2 or 3 years down the road when you have like a 35-year-old superstar. Same reason why LeBron traded for Anthony Davis last year.
I think one of the reasons, I think when they mentioned that to him, that Jerry Krause said that, not Krause, Reinsdorf said that he would rebuild the next year for Jordan or whatever like that. I think somebody mentioned something about the team being all young and the field didn't want to go through the rebuild again and stuff like that. And I feel like when they were talking about that, Jordan face was kind of like, yeah, I guess you kind of got a point. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like a realization at that point because he was holding on to that week. I was ready to go for a 7th, and I'm pretty sure somebody was like, "Yeah, but you'd have to go through a rebuild with the contracts and Scotty." And that's when he mentioned that he would have to really convince Scotty to try to come back. And it was like, "Well, it'd been some young guys trying to rebuild," and he kind of was like, "I guess you kind of got a point there." It's like, yeah, just.
But I mean, like that's Jordan. Like he always has supreme confidence in himself. So
I was gonna say, and you can really see like it you can tell it kind of eats him up still that he didn't
go for 7.
Yeah, like he.
Well, maybe he shouldn't walk away to play baseball.
Or I think it's not even necessarily like the number 7. I think it's more so like
we were champs, and
we didn't lose it. No one beat us. Like he said in the documentary, like we have to leave for them to win. Like we can't be in the league for them to win. And I think it kind of eats him up a little bit. Like I never lost. I think I still could have did it. And he's going to have that supreme confidence that you mentioned, like, because no one beat me.
Yeah.
But are there any other teams that you would like to see a lengthy docuseries on in the future? I'm not saying 10 parts, just lengthier.
Like I already said, the Warriors a couple weeks ago, so I still go with that. But I do know, like, just seeing a retrospective of like LeBron's or Kobe's careers, like, just like the amount of time that they span, like I think that would be real interesting.
Is it like a combination of like from start with Kobe and end with LeBron?
No, he's just saying
either or.
Two different ones.
I just said the Kobe Shaq run.
Yeah, that's what Troy just said.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Even the Heatles, if they would actually like be honest about the Heatles and what was happening in the background.
That's going to be too Hollywood.
It would be, yeah.
That's the problem with LeBron. Like his image is so, like maybe you got to wait 20, 30 years like Jordan did.
Yeah. And I mean, we kind of see a little bit more of the unfiltered LeBron on the Shop on HBO. So it's like we see he can let it down a little bit, but like I hear you. It is mid because he's still controlling his image.
Like that's very calculated, candid conversation.
That is true. That is true. Yeah. I think the Patriots dynasty would be fascinating to see.
I said that one. That would be great to kind of run through that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like you get into like the Hernandez stuff and all the cheating scandals.
Randy Moss.
The Belichick Brady feud, apparently.
Yeah, the breakup.
The personal trainer.
Mm-hmm.
Personal trainer coming all in and stuff. Like, yeah, like.
But again, like that's a 20-year run, basically.
Yeah. That might have to be a 10-part. The Patriots might have to also get 10 parts.
They might have one. they might have one coming because that's a lot. Yeah. That's a lot of storytelling in that franchise for that long.
Yeah, it's some good ones, man.
Do you guys feel underwhelmed about the amount of like 98 footage that we actually wound up getting?
A little bit.
I could have watched the practice footage forever. Like you could have gave me an hour of like them behind the scenes, but I did see that ESPN's actually airing Game 6 with the 97, 98 cameras tomorrow. So you get to see it the way they recorded it. So I'm actually looking forward to watching that. So if you're listening, a day one listener, Wednesday night on ESPN, they're showing Game 6 with the Last Dance footage. So.
That makes me wish that the NBA had like NFL films equivalent, because like seeing those games in HD and like they were like you could see like the footage so clear, where it's like trying to watch a game from like the game, the way that it was aired, like is terrible.
Standard def was trash.
It's gonna be SD done.
Super
green.
But the NFL has like HD quality video from like the 60s. So
I don't know how they did that, but
because they shot it on film.
Oh, okay.
Hey, they stuff be looking great.
They really do.
Let us know if you watch it on the Facebook Live what you thought of The Last Dance. If y'all could rate it 1 through 5, what would you rate that docuseries? I'm asking y'all 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 5. It's definitely the best sports documentary I've seen.
I'm conflicted because I feel like the docuseries itself is probably about a 4 or so. Like there are some other really good 30 for 30s. I know this one was long and we got to see a lot of it, but like there was something to the point, and it is just like, and you're just like my God, like captured. So I'm gonna give it a 4. But like if I could add in like social media, like that whole aspect of it and talking about it, it's definitely a 5. Yeah. Like everything around it made it a 5 to me. Like the situation that we're in when we got to watch it, how they slow rolled it. Like they literally finished 9 and 10, I think, like this past week before it aired. So like they were hustling to get this done, and you kind of tell then a little bit, like it feel a little rushed in, but it was good.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
you have to give the people what they want.
My experience of it is a 5, but I think the documentary itself is probably about a 4, and that's part what I said, and then also like it's a little Jordan slant, like it's a little pro Jordan. Like they could have been a little more off, then it'd probably be a 5. But very good social experience makes it a 5. What y'all think?
I would say entertainment wise, it was a 5. Like I was very entertained watching it. As far as like learning about that, like actually learning about the subject, I would say it's like a 3. Like documentary wise, like I don't think that is particularly strong because of like the Jordan slant.
Do you think that you would feel different if you were like a 20-year-old watching this and you literally never saw anything about the Bulls and all you heard was your older people talking about Jordan was cold?
Like I don't like that's what I'm saying. Like the entertainment of it, like sure, but like if I was trying to learn about the Bulls, like and this is my first experience, like I wouldn't have anything to compare it to. Like I have like so much memory of my own, and then also like I'm a basketball NBA nerd, so like I've read like contemporary stuff. So you know what I mean? Like it's like I'm underwhelmed by like the storytelling choices that they made, like from an educational standpoint.
And that's my point, like because you know so much about it, and you think that's part of why it's a little bit lower for you. But like that's what I'm saying, like someone with fresh eyes who doesn't really know nothing, and they're like, "Wow, I think that, I didn't even know Charles Barkley was good." And it's like,
would it be recommended to somebody for?
I guess I can't really separate it because it's like to me, it's like your responsibility as a documentarian is to capture the truth and to educate people about the subject that you're making the documentary on. So. Like, if I feel like you didn't do a good job of actually educating people, like, with the unbiased truth, then I feel like, you know, like, it suffers for it.
Yeah, that makes sense coming from you. I don't agree with that, but, like, I completely understand that.
One last point that I had was that it's crazy to me that Ahmad Rashad was just, like, part of Jordan's entourage.
Ahmad was cool, fan.
No, I know. I don't have a problem with it. I just think it's crazy. Like, that would be like if, like, Rich Paul was like the sideline reporter for ABC. Like, how Cinema's like, what's the name? Buck from Fox. Like, he's biased against he's biased against the Packers. Like, if I was a fan of any non-Bulls team, like, I'd be like, man, get my Rashad off my TV. Like, dude is like Jordan Lack.
Hey, that nigga loved basketball so much that everybody was just like, cool, fam. Cool. Like, you playing one-on-one with Shaq, man, we appreciate you. It's cool. It's good. With the success of The Last Dance, though, ESPN said we are not going to leave our Sundays just with nothing. We have some other 30 for 30s for you. So I'm going to read off the next 3 they got lined up, and y'all tell me if you're interested and if you'll be tuning in.
Yay or nay? Okay.
Yeah, yay or nay. Okay. You got Lance, which is a 2-parter based on the career of disgraced cyclist Lance Armstrong. It'll be airing 24th and 31st.
I'm good.
I pass.
Really? I'm excited to see it.
I'm on the fence.
Why are you on the fence?
I don't know. I don't know how intriguing it'd be or how entertaining it would be.
Oh, it's probably gonna be intriguing. For it's Lance Armstrong, money. He was Tour de France.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Like his adventure alone they probably have a camera follow him around the actual event for him. Probably two-time winner.
I think he won like 7 in a row.
Sure. That nigga won a lot, fam.
Yeah.
He was always winning.
I know he kept winning.
And turn around, he was juicing. I'm good.
But also Armstrong, or Livestrong, come on,
Livestrong, all of that. I'm good. It was all fake. I'm good on him.
Like, I mean,
it was all fake.
I enjoy documentaries and I enjoy sports. The Lance Armstrong story has always been fascinating to me, especially like with image wise, like just how quickly that man became tainted. Like he went from being beloved to being like scum.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tune in. I ain't got nothing to do. Birthday weekend. Best friend birthday weekend. We get Lance. Sam. We get Lance, fam. That's what we got. But I'm gonna watch it. After that, you got Be Water, which is a look in the life of martial arts icon Bruce Lee. That's gonna be on June 7th.
I am checking that. I just watched the trailer the other day. I was like, dog, the 1-inch punch and shit, bro. That's a bad dude. Dude had wings. He had wings under here that were muscles.
Yeah, fam.
He flexed one time. I was like, the fuck?
You said what?
The fuck? No, Bruce Lee. I actually used to love Bruce Lee and shit. So yeah, check it out.
Yeah, that one's gonna be dope. That's gonna be a good one to watch.
I don't know too much about Bruce Lee. Like I know the nigga was cold.
I don't either.
So I'm looking forward to learning. Mm-hmm. Eric, you gonna be watching Be Water?
No, I'm good.
He might fuck with his principles and shit.
I mean, I got better stuff to do on Sunday night.
I mean, you ain't got to watch it on the Sunday night. You can watch it whenever you want.
Speaking of drowning.
Oh, shit. We got another one, don't we?
We got 2 more songs, man. And also, you have Long Gone Summer, though. That's the story of the 1998 home run chase between Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa. That's on June 14th. That's going to be awesome. That's going to be lit. I'm going to say that's also my 5-year wedding anniversary. Shout out to the mayor.
Shout out.
5 years, man. Married, man.
I'm going to hit y'all with the Sosa on that day.
Fam, just pull up to the patio. Put a mask on. You can be on the patio. We can be inside, fam.
Hey, I'll stand out in the middle of y'all parking lot, call you, and be like, hey.
Bro, Sammy Sosa went from my color to Camille color, B.
He lighter than Camille now. He like the color of Camille walls.
It's gonna be weird seeing him in the documentary though, because he's gonna be talking about stuff, and it's like,
bro, what happened?
He
looked like Dave Chappelle when he played like the white dad or the white TV anchor.
Jasmine. Yeah, fam. Yeah, fam. Yeah.
Boy. Speaking of juicing, boy.
Next documentaries. And I think I'm most looking forward to the home run chase one. Like I remember that summer. Like I've never been a big baseball person, but I was watching baseball for that home.
It was lit.
It was
out of fucking nowhere. The motherfuckers was hitting 4 or 5 home runs in a game. Like what the fuck? Mark McGwire had like a couple 4 home run games. The Sammy was having 3 back-to-back home run games. Like dog, what the fuck?
It was OC. It was
like
wild.
3 home run, 3 back-to-back, 3 home runs. Like dog, what
superstars,
the fuck
man.
Like,
it was wild.
I
Man,
don't even care about the steroids, fam. I enjoyed the home runs. Like
they use the whole bottle every game, bro.
No.
I'm happy he took that bottle, fam. I was enjoying it.
They was in 60 to 70 home runs.
Hey,
that's hard to do on the show.
On the video game, it's hard.
And they do it in real life.
You gotta put that shit on. Take all the sliders, put them all the way up.
Exactly, bro. They do it in real life.
Play on beginner. Yeah, you started with 57, fam. All right, we're going back to the radio for the third time. My time. We ain't got to explain it once again. You already know what it is. My song selection was Dame Dollar, Bad Little Bit, because it's a bop, and I enjoy bops. Feels good in the spirit.
Dame got his shit off. And
I've been a little down. Let me get some a little bounce to it. Let me get some a little bounce to it. Dooch, we ready for song 3 for the radio? Tim getting his DJ earphones back?
Yeah.
Gotta find equipment. Hold on.
So, Tim, do you want to come in before the music, or do you want to? Fail.
This dude.
Just figuring it out.
Do you want to come in with the music, or do you want to talk and then keep do chin?
I'll do it before the music.
All right. Ken, are you ready to count us down? And people, make sure you tune in tomorrow. Listen to the editing magic. Count us down for the radio, sir. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
WTECK Radio 69.9 FM, where 69 is fine.
WTECK Radio 69.9, where 69 is fine. We got number 3. We got Bad Little Bit by Dame Dollar. Fuck one.
4 grams. He was turned. I got a bad little bit. Hey. Hey, he got off. Ashley filmed me. Shout out Ashley. Sierra got the flames in the comments, fam.
Hey, Dame was getting his shit. We had a couple of Dame pictures. We was like, dog, this is dope.
He was getting his shit up.
Tim nigga getting loose.
That's the cool dad dances now.
Look at that.
Yeah, dances this week.
Look at that.
Hey, I got some more flames in the comments. Sorry, we're gonna keep talking now.
This shit was nice.
Yeah, Dame, that's a vibe, man. That's a vibe. You can keep that playing. We're just gonna talk over. Yeah, we're gonna talk over that Dame. NFL owners approved new measures on Tuesday aimed at improving diversity in coach and front office hiring, but they stopped short of approving a resolution that would have rewarded minority hiring with draft compensation. So there were people saying like, oh, well, what they were proposing was that teams would have improved third-round draft picks by 6 to 10 spots if they hired a minority candidate for a vacant GM or head coaching opening, as well as other compensation for hiring minority candidates for positions such as quarterback. Yeah, they that didn't go. They didn't have enough votes to get that one through.
Of course they didn't.
It's a wild rule.
It's a very wild rule. I was like, for y'all even bring that up and propose that shows there's a problem.
Exactly.
I mean, right.
Like immediately. But I seen that
like if you have to bribe people to not be racist, like you have a large problem.
Yes,
absolutely.
And it's a third round pick. You know that it's a problem when you're trying to enhance a third round pick 6 to 10 spots.
That's ridiculous, bro.
Like there's a problem.
Well, what year are we in? It's 2020, right?
Fix it.
Yeah.
It's
2020.
Yeah, that's where we're at. That's what they're doing.
But see, it's never going to change until we get more minority ownership, though.
What minority ownership?
No, I'm just saying, like, if it was more black owners, because everything started at the head, then it'll trickle down. So it's not enough black owners.
Yeah, we gotta get one.
Probably ain't never gonna be.
We gotta get one in there.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's about
I thought this is the type of shit. I thought this is the type of shit that Jay-Z got on the inside for. Thought he's supposed to help out with all this.
Well,
I hope that wasn't his idea, because that's a terrible idea. I hope that wasn't his idea. I hope some of the other stuff that they actually proposed was Jay-Z's idea. I hope this ain't, my nigga, because
he was like, I can't
tell you what. Give them a better draft pick if they hire somebody black. Hey, Jay, we like that. No.
Hey, don't put that out there on my man's name like that. Don't you do that.
No.
I mean, that's the NFL's black friend right now. So.
Hey, fam. Give him credit for the good ideas, fam, too. Dang. All right. But this is what they actually did approve. Teams will now be required to interview at least 2 candidates from outside the organization for any vacant head coach job, and at least 1 minority candidate from outside the organization for any vacant offensive, defensive, or special teams coordinator job. Previously, the Rooney Rule required teams to interview only 1 minority candidate for head coach and none for coordinator. I didn't know. I was like, oh, okay, just head coach, huh? NFL changed its anti-tampering policy to relax the rules that have allowed teams to deny assistant coaches and executives the opportunity to interview for jobs with other organizations. So they're no longer limiting upward mobility, which I feel like you probably shouldn't be doing that anyways. They also expanded the Rooney Rule to apply to a number of executive positions, such as front office positions, and they're required to interview minorities and or female applicants for said positions. Last but not least, each of the 32 NFL teams will have to establish a minority coaching fellowship program. The coaching fellowships are to be full-time positions for 1 or 2 years in length. The hope with that is that if we can get more minority coaches into this pipeline, get them some more experience, that we can have a more vibrant minority head coaching field to pick from.
Because they don't have experience already.
Because they ain't getting no jobs, my nigga. That's why. You can't have no experience without no job. That's the problem.
Look how many
coaches.
Huh?
I said there are some black college head coaches.
Barely. Like they have the same issue there too.
Yeah.
At least in Division 1, whatever bowl subdivision or whatever they call it. But look at how many coaches in the NFL now are sons, grandsons, brothers, cousins, whatever of former coaches. Like they get them into like those entry level positions and they work their way up. So like establishing this fellowship gives them an opportunity to get compete. Minorities into those positions on the lowest levels, hopefully with upward mobility from there.
Because what you know is who you know.
Yep. So let's get in these doors. So they're making some changes. Like y'all said, so the 3 of us, me, Tim, and Ken, when we saw the news, we all thought of Eric right away. And like, I think Tim dropped it in the group chat, like, Eric thought of you. And I was like, man, I did too. Like, man, they struggling, fam. They trying, but they really struggling.
Yeah, that's an issue. That's an issue.
Of those though, I'm most excited about the coaching fellowship program. I think that's that's something that,
it's a start.
Some legs to it. Yeah, that has to start. Like it has some legs to it. Like everything like that's cool. And not upper.
So that's actually sorry.
Yeah, I'll say that, and not limiting them from interviewing from other jobs while they're employed somewhere else.
Yeah. Because that actually requires them to hire somebody, whereas like the interview, they could just give a sham, like, oh, we tried and we found somebody better, whereas the fellowship is a guaranteed position.
Exactly.
That's fair.
Exactly. So, Tony Hawk celebrated his 52nd birthday this past week. I know. And fam, Tony Hawk be so funny because people don't be recognizing Tony Hawk in public, and he just tweet about how like unrecognizable he is and how nobody like really understands like
who he is.
Yeah, like it's some funny stuff. Anyways, he announced that Tony Hawk Pro Skater is back. Woo, 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 woo. So the remaster collection is going to be called Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1+2. And that collection will include the original levels, the pro skaters, and tricks from Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2, as well as tricks from the later games. So if you actually played Tony Hawk, you'll remember in Tony Hawk 1 and 2, there were certain moves you couldn't do. Your combos could only be chained for so long. You didn't have like the revert. You couldn't like, that's another one too. I forget the other move. You know what I'm talking about though. You couldn't do them combos. You couldn't get the million point combos. But then 3 and 4, they added all them other moves you could do to chain stuff together. You can play that way, or you can choose to play in a classic mode, which lets you play it exactly as the game when it came out. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to tell you that. I want my reverts. I need to be
your combos.
I need my combos, fam. So I was just curious. Were y'all Tony Hawk kids? Like, did y'all play Tony Hawk growing up?
I did.
I think I rented it a couple times.
Rented it. Ken, did you play Tony Hawk?
Yeah, Tony Hawk is lit.
I never played Ride though. Ride or Skate. I didn't play.
Yeah, I didn't either. Me either. I was like Tony Hawk was like my jam. Like me and Sam, like your wife, like fam.
She probably did
Tony Hawk. they had the collector's edition with $100 and you got like an actual skateboard with it.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, that sold out quick. The skateboard was cold too. The skateboard was cold. It would look nice on the wall. Yeah, I'm really excited. They got some of the old players coming back, and they actually aged the old players, so they look old.
Bucky Lasik, was that his name? Mm-hmm. Bucky.
Bucky is coming back. You got Tony Hawk coming. I'll tell you the skaters. You got Tony Hawk, Bucky Lasik, Steve Calabero, Jeff Rowley, Andrew Reynolds, Elisa Steamer, Chad Muska. That was my guy right there. I was always with Chad Muska with the boombox. Eric Costin, Rodney Mullen, Rune Clifford, Kareem Campbell, Jamie Thomas, and Bob Burnquist. So they got a lot of old.
Wait, let me guess. Kareem Campbell's black, ain't he?
Yeah. He is. One of the games he had a do-rag on, fam. He was for the culture. And they also confirmed that only 5 songs from the original soundtracks aren't coming back, but everything else is going to be in there. And that's one of the memorable parts of the Tony Hawk series is that soundtrack. So in case you were curious of what songs you won't hear Psycho Vision. You won't hear Committed by Unsane. You won't hear Bring the Noise by Public Enemy and Anthrax. That's a better. That was a great one. You won't hear B-Boy Document 99, another one that one kills me. That was my jam. And then you won't hear Out With the Old by Alley Life. So Superman's in there though.
They probably replace it with fire tracks though.
You know, they gonna have some heat if that's your genre. But like, yeah, Tony Hawk was big. I'm happy it's coming back in its original form. I've been wanting it. And also, I'm saying this right now. I give y'all my PSN every single week. I'm putting my stuff in. When Tony Hawk come out, if you want that smoke online, come find me, because I'm gonna be. I'm finally coming for y'all. We've been talking about this for years. I'm coming for everybody on Tony Hawk, fam. Coming for everybody. Max said that Bob was the only one who mattered. No, fam. Don't do my boy Chad Muska like that.
Bucky Lasik was my favorite outside of like Tony, but I used to play with Bucky Lasik all the time.
I don't know about the hidden characters. The mayor just asked, is Officer Dick gonna be in it? I'm not sure, fam. I'm not, and they're not taking. Oh, Ken laughing, but he's muted, so it's not gonna hit.
Yeah, I saw that pop up. I'm like, what the fuck is what game was y'all playing? Because I don't remember Office Dick.
Officer Dick was definitely in the game, fam.
No, I mean, because Nova just wrote Office Dick. I'm like,
oh.
Hey. Like somebody work husband in the game,
right?
Work. They had Spider-Man in the game, fam. They had Ollie the Magic Bomb. He just said Ollie the Magic Bomb.
Ollie done it.
Wow.
That was
Ollie's Magic Bomb was in there.
Fam, I'm looking forward to it. Bucks quarterback Tom Brady. He's going to pair off
Buccaneers.
What did I say?
You said Bucks.
You said Bucks.
So we don't remember I said the Milwaukee Bucks are the only Bucks we recognize over here.
I don't, but I respect it. So the Tampa Bay Buccaneer quarterback, Tom Brady. He's going to pair up with Phil Mickelson, and they're going to take on Peyton Manning and Tiger Woods on May 20th for the match champions for charity golf tournament. It's going to be like the other one they had when it was Tiger just versus Phil, I believe it was. And
yeah.
They won't have it on TNT.
Like pocket change for them?
I was going to say they were gambling.
They were. This is going to be on TNT, TBS, and True TV. So each player is going to have open mics, and they'll be able to communicate with each other and broadcast commentators throughout the entire game.
And Tom Brady be trash talking, so that should be interesting.
It might actually be kind of fun.
Mud, bro. I never knew Tom talk that much, bro. I ain't never heard him over in New England. All of a sudden, he don't shut the fuck up.
Wait, have y'all seen like today on Twitter? Like they've been doing like my plans versus 2020, like something that ruined their plans. Like Tom tweeted one that was like the Falcons in the Super Bowl, and then him like lifting the trophy. And he just was I think it was like Jordan laughing.
Dang. That is hilarious.
You know, Tom, he got the muzzle. He mad, fam. Belichick ain't there no more to say stop talking to people.
Let him off the leash.
Took the leash off of him. Tom don't even know how to act. He'll be arrested too soon. Should have been arrested in the other motherfucking house.
Should have been arrested. That was gonna happen, my nigga. Should have been happened.
Hey.
All right, we're gonna go to our fourth radio song. Last but not least, this is Ken's selection. Now, Ken, he chose Get Off by Zoe.
Get Off.
Another one of my personal favorites. More of this coming up. So DJ, give it to me. Would you get your gear together? Dooch, ready for song number 4?
Yep, I'm ready.
Let's hear. They're gonna verse God like Jesus. Okay. Do you want the music to start as you talk, or do you want to cue in when you want the music to start?
Before. I'll talk before.
Last time I'm gonna say this, because last time we're doing a radio song, make sure I listen tomorrow. Here to edit and magic. It's gonna sound good. All right. Can count us down so that Tim can go live on air, please.
Indeed. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
WTECK Radio 69.9 FM, where 69 is fine.
WTECK Radio 69.9 where 69 is fine. It's your DJ, Mr. Give It To Me. We got Zoe. Not Zoe. Zoe. Get off me. Get off. It ain't get off me.
Get out.
It ain't get off me, fam. You might do a whole different song.
CEO, get off, get off. Hey, whoa, yeah, hey, whoa, let me get off, get off. Hey, diamonds on my neck and wrist, they get off. Hey, I can't.
They start doing the ugly dancing.
Right, start doing the, they got a new challenge called the Hype Challenge.
Yeah, hey, whoa, let me get off, get off. Hey, diamonds on my neck and wrist, they get off. Hey, I had no choice, you know I had to get off. I said I had to get off. So what you think I'm doing? Blue faces buying gold, always been a brewing. Except for when they losing, then I gotta keep it moving. People asking what I'm doing, money combos keep it flowing. Hey man, you hard what you cracking up. I'm with your girl when she back it up. Pass me the sticks and I'm acting up, knocking it up. She says tapping up. Do it for fans and they clap it up. Walking the Gucci, they rack it up. I swear Benjamin standing up.
I don't see no fire emojis though.
More money got less.
There ain't no fire emojis though.
Because they niggas hating, that's all. That's all. Niggas haters will be hating.
We thought about it. Best believe my stallion. Falling hard with no bounds. Ooh, Zio, get off, get off. Hey, whoa, yeah. Hey,
it's the chorus that get me every time, fam.
Hey, diamonds on my neck and wrist, they get off. Hey, I came this far, you know I had to get off.
I'm gonna be petty now.
I thought Tim was doing that, whatever that challenge is, where they do like this.
Hey, when they change it up.
Can't put his own flames in.
Hey, we got some flames in the comments.
Y'all get
some damn flames.
He's like, got some flames on this one.
I won't say it twice. Married to the game, I tend to.
All right,
we letting this ride for a while, ain't we?
We can turn Zoe down and keep on going. So it was noted back in August last year that Taker was probably now considered an essential WWE lifer because he had got a big contract. At that time, we did not know what that meant. What the number you're talking about? CEO, get off. Hey, sorry. We found out he actually signed a 15-year deal after Vince reacted very angrily to Taker taking non-WWE dates.
15 years at Taker's age.
Oh, we call that leverage.
He put a contract in front of Taker that Taker could not refuse. Would y'all sign a 15-year contract ever in life? Or does age matter? Like Taker taking it at this age, like he's now employed until he's 70.
That's crazy.
I mean, it depends on what the contract is. Like, does he have any type, like, I don't know. It would depend on the stipulation. So if it's like something where I can kind of come and go as I please, but like I just can't work for somebody else, sure. Like if I have like job security for the next 15 years and I'm 55 years old or whatever it is, like.
But you know Vince, he gonna parade him out there at some point. He gonna put him in front of cameras. He gonna put him in front of the media. He gonna have him do some. When Taker comes back,
I mean, when the man is 65, he can't really wrestle. Like he's struggling.
Oh, it's Flair.
Okay, we ain't talking about Ric Flair. Should have stopped wrestling.
That's the problem. Ric Flair didn't have job security, so he had to keep wrestling because that was the only way he could make money.
I was just saying he ain't afraid to throw these old cats out. Fabulous Moolah was still out getting out there taking. Mae Young was taking chair shot. Guitar shot to the head.
Okay, Taker was born in 65. He's 55 now.
Take your ass out.
And we've seen how he's wrestling now.
Unless he's doing matches like where he don't really have to wrestle, he can just come in and
like what he did at WrestleMania.
Yeah, what he did at WrestleMania, yeah. But like a full blown like having a wrestling match, no, bro.
Like he done with that. He can't do that no more.
Yeah, he got to be American Badass. Just come out here and just hit, hit a few niggas in the face, and do a big boot choke slam and get up out of there.
I like how he wasn't supposed to exist, and he just brought him back out the blue because he could.
We needed him, fam.
He was supposed to be redacted. American Badass was redacted for I don't know how long.
Hey, Taker got this contract now, fam. He got his contract now. He can do. He said, "Hey, you better remember this time."
Y'all let me dust off this motorcycle real quick.
Let me cue up my music to remind you.
Ass bandana.
I thought Taker was so cool when he was the the biker Taker.
Keep rolling.
Yeah. And another song that came out for that one too, though.
Because he also had the WrestleMania song, My Way.
I forgot what song. Yeah, but I fucked with American Badass Taker. I really did.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna see Taker for the next 15 years, y'all. Woo, woo, woo.
Hate to see it.
I hate this.
Next season will be Spalding's 37th and final season in that role for the NBA. Wilson is going to begin manufacturing the game balls for the NBA again, starting with the 2021-22 season. Wilson was actually the NBA's original manufacturer. And they're also going to be providing balls for the WNBA, the G, and when it begins, the Basketball Africa League. I was wondering how many times I'll be able to say ball before y'all started getting immature.
I mean, providing balls for WNBA, that kind of writes itself.
Anywho.
Yeah, we're just going to roll. Roll.
I'm not touching that one. You ain't going to get me canceled in this motherfucker.
He said, not on live. Not when I can't edit it out, fam.
Nah.
The NFL, Saturday was a bad day for NFL players. There were 4 different players that were taken into police custody in a span of less than 24 hours from early Saturday morning to Saturday evening. I am just going to quickly run through what they did and we can move forward. First player arrested was Washington wide receiver Cody Lattimore. He had an incident that started with a shots fired call shortly after midnight. He was booked on charges of assault in the second degree, menacing, illegal discharge of a firearm, prohibited use of a weapon, and reckless endangerment.
Wildin'.
A witness said they heard arguing and what sounded like gunshots from inside the apartment.
Damn.
One person was identified as having a minor non-gunshot injury. On the next day, I was about to do a Ron Burgundy thing because the text in the document says something that's not supposed to be what it say. It say during the day on Satan. Or Satin.
Mine says Saturday.
Satin.
Dog, that's almost as bad as Brazil. I'm trash, bro. On Saturday, 2 NFL players, Seahawks cornerback Quentin Dunbar and Giants cornerback DeAndre Baker, both turned themselves in. Arrest warrants were issued for the players on Thursday after Baker was accused of using a semi-automatic firearm to rob multiple people with Dunbar's help of more than $11,000 in cash plus watches and other valuables worth more than $60,000.
Damn, that was on a spree.
According to the arrest warrant affidavit, multiple witnesses said at one point during the incident that Baker ordered another suspect wearing a red mask to shoot an individual who was just entering the party.
Jesus.
The affidavit also includes conflicting accounts from witnesses as to whether Dunbar was armed, with some saying they didn't see a gun in his possession. The attorneys for both players say they have affidavits clearing both of their respective clients. So they don't have that battle. Hey, people already said they don't know if it was a gun. Hey, I don't know how. Yes. I ain't gonna be working on it. And then last but not least, Saturday evening, Bills defensive lineman Ed Oliver, he was arrested on charges of DWI and unlawful possession of a weapon.
It was too much idle time. Dude, I was going to tweet, like I was telling y'all, I was going to tweet out, like, I'm proud of the NFL. I ain't heard none of these players getting in trouble and shit. And then it was all on Saturday, too. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? So much for that. So much for that. Like, dang, dog. I was hoping y'all could stay out of trouble this offseason. I really was.
Yeah, well, they tried. They didn't.
They tried. One stayed in the house. Yep. I don't know what was wrong with them. Well, how y'all
parties?
Wait, why are you at a party, bro? Why are y'all having a party, bro?
It was Florida.
And then you turn around and get robbed at your party.
Hey, they was robbed.
Was like, you know what? We probably shouldn't have had this shit in the first place.
You know, Florida don't give a damn
about nothing.
That's some wild stuff, bro.
But I was saying, like, too much idle time. Like, we've seen it time and time again when you take football away from football players, like, they find some way to get their aggression out.
Yeah.
Yeah, fam. So, moving on. NFL, the Rams. You know Eric Dickerson, one of the greatest running backs of all time, Rams legend. He said they knew uniforms with boo-boo. He said they were garbage. He said he did not like. He said, please try again. I just wanted to know what y'all thought of the Rams jerseys. They look generic to me.
I like it.
Yeah.
Like the creative team defaults.
Yeah, like they're not bad. They're not good. They don't they're
bland.
They're just there. To me.
It's just the
Eric,
color.
You said you like them? You like the simplistic nature?
Like I think that they're clean. I think that the helmet is a nice updated modern look, like on their classic. Like it's a twist, but it's not too radically different. Like I don't know. It looks good to me. Like the gradient numbers, I could take or leave, but other than that, like it's a nice hue of blue.
A nice hue of blue.
Like how they changed the blue up a little bit.
Yeah, like it looks better than like their St. Louis look. So
I agree. I do like this colorway better than the old St. Louis one for sure.
Hey, I'm a fan of blue and gold.
I mean, hey, you can be a fan of what you want to be a fan for. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like. You know what I'm saying? Can one of y'all read what Eric Dickerson actually said though about them uniforms, quote for quote, not my quick notes.
Oh, he said the helmet looks like two bananas, and that the change makes the team look soft. He also said that this is football. This ain't nothing to do with surfing. This ain't nothing to do with waves. This is football. This is a man sport. And to me, it just looks soft. It don't look like football. It don't look hard.
I don't know if I agree with it don't look hard. Like it just looks like
a uniform.
It's just there, fam. Like
what do you expect it to look like? They supposed to have guns or something?
I mean, no, I think what he's trying to say, like he's saying that it doesn't instill any kind of like, oh man, them some dope uniforms, man. Like damn, it's just like, oh, they the Rams uniforms. Like, oh, okay, that's like Camille said, they cool. I like the color.
they're there, fam. Like they're there. I don't know.
I mean, they're
surfing.
They're a large improvement on the logo. Like the logo is still trash, but
yeah,
I think I would have.
Very generic.
You know what? I think I actually would have liked these uniforms better if they would have had the old helmet, like with the right colors, but just the old where the helmet or the horn is more defined. Yeah, I think I would have liked that a little bit more, but they just there, fam. I don't.
They do look kind of Chargerish, and maybe it's just like the angle that I'm looking at.
Now the Chargers nailed their.
No. I mean, I'm saying like it just looks like it lightning bolts instead of.
No, you made me think of it. Like their jerseys, they're just gorgeous. Like their uniform set, it's just beautiful. But yeah, the Rams are here. They're here, and now we are heading to our blow the whistle segment.
All right, now that's enough out of you. You know what? Tee his ass up.
Which one of y'all put this in the group chat?
I did.
Would you like to tell people about who we're blowing the whistle on and why?
Sure. I guess we're all tag teaming this, boss.
Yep.
Yeah, so we're blowing the whistle this week on Jim Cornette. He's an old-timey wrestling personality, I guess. To put it mildly. His whole shtick is saying like off the wall shit, so I wasn't all that surprised that he would have a bad take, but he had a very, very bad take this weekend. He was commenting on Becky Lynch stepping away from WWE while she's pregnant. Like I give you a quote. Yeah, basically I'll just give you a quote. He said, you can't always be on top of the wrestling business in a $1 million a year spot or more, but you can always have a baby. What is she? Can she be 30? She's really 33. Well, she still got many more years before the fucking easy bake oven gets shut off. She can have all those problems like the distended stomach and stretch marks and hemorrhoids and hormone problems and mood swings and all these other joys of motherhood later when she ain't making $1 million a year. She got plenty of time left. What do you do if your wife came home and said, instead of making $1 million next year, I'm going to basically just be a raging bitch for the next 9 months and then give you more shit to worry about around the house? I hope that motherfucker ain't got kids or a wife.
I was just gonna say that. Like he can't be married or have kids. You saying shit like that. Like that's ignorant as hell.
That's wild. You don't know the situation. I said that you don't know the situation. What if they were super excited about having kids? Maybe they didn't plan it. We don't know the story. But how dare you come out and fix your lips to tell her what she should have did with her body, fam? Exactly. Like, as if wrestling is the most important thing in the world, as if she can't make more money at any other point later on in life. Like, I hate that that's part of like women's sport is like you get criticized for wanting to do something different, to have a family. Like, someone has to carry a child. Like, I mean, right, true. It has to be done at some point. So it's like, it's disheartening to see that, although he is a hot take person, he was talking crazy about Dana Brooke earlier in the week too. It's disappointing to see those types of thoughts spewed out. I feel that way like about racism. Like I see it, I'm like, oh, that's like, man, why y'all people really think that way? But yeah, he's definitely trash for that. Trash. And I
think I was talking to you about it when it first came out. I was like, I hear what he's trying to say, very bad, but at the same time, no, you don't say that shit out loud. Even if you thought that. Don't say that shit out loud. Yeah. Especially you got that type of. But he gets the shit off by saying outrageous, outlandish things like that.
Be a smart.
I don't get being angry about somebody else's decision that doesn't have anything to do with you. Like, it's not like it's not her leaving takes money out of your pocket. Like,
and I said that too. I was like, well, the thing was, okay, I can understand if you were like, okay, I don't understand why she wanted to get a kid now when she's in this spot. If that's how you feel, okay. You ain't got to say that shit out loud because, again, you don't know what they had going on. You don't know if she had anything medically or not or anything like that. Plus, this is a pandemic. The ratings are down and shit like that. It's mid-level stars that can come up. You ain't going to see no crowd in a while. So right now, Bobby is the best time to do it if she want to maintain her career. Like, so, the fuck? Like, it didn't make sense to me.
Like, just don't be trash, fam. Like, that has nothing to do with you, like you said. Stop being sexist.
Business. Mind your own business. Exactly. Thank you. Just mind your business, nigga.
All right.
Fuck them.
Tech Top 5 time. We're going to finish the show out.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tech Top 5.
Last week, our Tech Top 5 was favorite albums of all time. Ken, you won that poll handedly. So shout out to you, sir. My mom called me afterwards and she said, I accidentally voted for the wrong one. I meant to vote for the other one. I was like, let me guess, the one everybody else voted for. She's like, yeah, that's some hits.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
You had yourself a winner. So this week we're doing top 5 athletes you tell your grandkids about. So like the most exciting athletes that we've got in the scene in our lifetime. So Tim, would you kick us off?
Oh, I'm going first this week. Okay, cool. I got like 8 names on this. Well, I got like 9 names on this list. Number 5, I'm gonna go with Shaq. Would be number 5 for me.
Okay.
I absolutely love the way he was like a fucking dominant dog. Like it was wild just seeing him. It was different when he was in his prime. Shaq was ridiculous. Number 4, I'm gonna go with Ken Griffey Jr. Because you got to see the swing, bro. You have the most beautiful swing. Like the sweetest swing. Beautiful. Number 3, I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Usain Bolt. Number 3.
I thought you would have Bolt.
You said what?
I thought you would have Bolt on your list. Like I was like, Tim's gonna have Usain Bolt.
His run was ridiculous. Like for people who's in the track and field and shit like that, like Usain Bolt run was ridiculous. Crazy. Number 2, I'm going to go with Serena Williams. Just because she's a monster. She was always a monster. Even when she was coming up and her and Venus was doing their thing, when she finally beat her and shit like that, and she kind of took off to the moon and Venus just kind of She left her. But Venus was cold. But Serena's ascent and then dominance was crazy. For some reason, I always associate that. I don't know. I'm trying to get rid of that, but I always associate it too. And number 1, MJ.
I respect that. Eric?
So Jordan, just before I even do my list, he's not on my list because I feel like I only got to see the tail end, so I didn't get to see like Jordan. Anyway,
So that's respectable. I understand that.
Yeah. 5, I was trying to decide between 2 local athletes. I'm gonna go with Giannis. I feel like we've never seen that on a basketball court, and I'm kind of extrapolating that out going forward because I just feel like I don't know. It was between him and A-Rod, but I went with Giannis. For The Rock.
That's a good one.
People coming after us are going to be like, oh, that's the movie star. But it's like, I saw him when he was wrestling. Like, he was so cold in wrestling. Like, he was the most entertaining man in the world in professional wrestling. Like, that's some shit we'll probably never see again.
Yeah.
Facts.
3, Mike Vick. I don't think that really needs any explanation, but he was just like the most exciting player I've seen on the football field. 2, LeBron James. And 1, Tiger Woods, because he was in an individual sport, and like literally there were bets him versus the field. Like
literally.
That's like him against like 60 people. Like he was just crazy, and he would win. Like that is the most dominant athlete that I've seen in any sport.
Period.
In my lifetime.
Period.
Just a straight dominance, bro. Like
dang.
Wow.
Yeah, fam.
And I saw his entire run, like 96 to 2009, 2010, whatever.
He just
smacked the truck up.
He ain't stopped winning.
All right, you know what? You said some really good ones. I'm like, dang, I kind of want to make some alterations, but I'm going to just stick with what I got. Number 5, I'm going to go with Jordan, just because of, I put him at 5 because of the age, but he's on my list because he's Michael Jordan. Number 4, I got the other Mike. I got Tyson because just God, seeing someone like Mike Tyson was just, it was a spectacle. Like that was, man. So Tyson's number 4. Number 3, I got Serena because she just been killing women's tennis, breaking barriers. Number 2, I got Mike Vick because that nigga was cold. Mike Vick did stuff that was like, it don't seem like it was supposed to even be real.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1 is going to be controversial. But number 1, I got Steph Curry. Steph Curry changed the way that basketball is played.
Mm-hmm.
He changed it. I will never forget, like he changed how basketball was played. Exciting. He can pull from anywhere. It don't even sound real. Like if I told somebody some things he did, people like, that ain't happening. Like the nigga is magical.
I still think about that OKC game.
Yes. That last finish. Yes.
We was in Chicago and we seen that shit. We was walking in a restaurant and I was like, oh, the game almost over. And that motherfucker came up. I was like, nah. Smacked it. I was like, holy shit.
Like, I used to laugh just like watching him, like the 2 MVP seasons. Like it was just crazy. Like like you said, the stuff that he was doing was just like, what? Why are you shooting from there? Like, how are you just? And it would be like on net. Like it would just like go straight. Like it was
walking off
automatic.
Like, how are you doing this, fam?
I'm not gonna guard you at the logo, bro.
And you got
to. It's not fair.
Like, and it's not just shooting, like ball handling, finishing, like
he can do everything.
Except for defense. But
on offense, he can do everything. On offense, he can do everything. But yeah, definitely. Can.
All right. At number 5, I have Serena Williams. Number 4, Mike Vick.
Number 3, Tim face, fam.
Oh, why you said it like that?
Tim be making some faces, boy.
Man, fuck Tim. Number 4, Mike Vick.
In a minute.
Number 3, LeBron James. Number 2, Jordan. Number 1, Kobe.
Fair
I feel
enough.
that.
Fair enough.
I feel that.
I don't know
So
why I was expecting anything different.
Exactly. Hey, at least I put Jordan on the list. Shit.
and LeBron, you had all 3, fam.
Yeah, so you know.
Yeah, too. LeBron in LA now. He wasn't gonna leave him off.
Hell no. I'll be a fool to leave.
You see, you don't fuck with AD though.
I mean,
I know AD, my nigga. He just
ain't one top. He ain't top 5 most exciting, fam.
Exactly. He get the job done. Goddammit.
I mean, you shaded him earlier too. You ain't really acknowledged him earlier when I mentioned AD earlier. You ain't really saying nothing either. So,
hey, AD for the help. If the NBA was still going right now, AD would help us get this chip. How about that?
Tim trying to start stuff. That's all. The show over. Tim trying to start stuff. You know.
Exactly. Nigga.
We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank you to all of those who watched live on Facebook. We appreciate y'all. It was fun seeing y'all comments popping up. The fire emoji was probably my favorite part, especially when Ken had to put his own in there.
Hey, fuck y'all, man. That's how I feel right now.
We hope y'all enjoyed the episode. We hope the audio sounds a little bit better for y'all. We appreciate y'all rocking with us like y'all have been over the last 3 years. So
absolutely.
If you're new here, we hope that you come along and you be here for the next 3. If you've been here, we definitely appreciate y'all so much. Like, it'd be days where I'm like, damn, I'm like podcasting. This is hard. Ain't nobody listening. And then you get a message like, hey, y'all brightened my whole day. And I'd be like,
or like the rare weeks that we miss, and people will be like, "Oh man,
yeah, like you ruined my
20 messages, bro."
Oh, what the?
Like, thank y'all for rocking with us. We appreciate y'all. So
absolutely, definitely appreciate it.
If y'all want to follow me on social media, you can catch me.
Wait a minute.
On the Twitter, the Instagram, and the PSN at Camille Monet, CAMILLEMONAE. For real, fam?
Oh, damn, dog.
Huh, what?
Your mama ain't
because your mama said Jesus Christ. My
bad.
bad. I'm tripping. I was zoned out. My bad. Because your mama said.
He forgot how he was just sitting here watching like, oh, this is so cool.
Oh, what? Dog? I was like, oh, shit. I was entertained and shit.
Like, I don't know where she's going with this.
I have never heard this before, fam.
Because your mama's fancy.
Yeah, and if y'all do add me, like, send me a message. Don't just be random, fam. Like, let me know how you know me. Don't just send me stuff.
They were like, hey, it's me. Who is me, motherfucker?
I
don't want to be teacher's pet, but shout out to Dooch for, like, hosting us for these 3 years, because we could not do this show without him.
Fam.
Yeah, shout out. He's a godfather. Shout out.
Especially all the editing we be having you doing, Dooch.
Yeah, shout out, brother.
We appreciate you, fam. You keep us sounding good, man.
Shout
out to
everyday media out here, man.
To the everyday fam.
Appreciate that.
Black Jesus voice. Can they hear you?
What? Crystal clear.
Wait, can they hear you too, or is that just us? They don't think we crazy?
Nah, they can hear me.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so they okay. They heard Black Jesus.
You got the Quiet Storm voice on.
Right. Out there with the Quiet Storm mix and shit.
Anyway, follow me at Bucksburner on Twitter.
That's all you get.
Goddamn right.
Everyday_gentleman on Instagram. KHarris216 on Twitter and Snapchat.
And it's your boy, TIMKINZ, the number 3, aka Ash Ketchum, aka Mr. Give It To Me. I see y'all next week.
Fail.
I don't like it.
Shout out to the white limo before we head out one more time. Shout out to Drake. Shout out to y'all for listening. We appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.